music they play.
No, I got at Saudi E-League. Obviously, it's a very different playlist, but I was fine until afterwards. It was only after the stream ended I got hit with all the copyright.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
get taken down live.
I mean, you still lose all your money because you don't get paid for 2 days. So,
Yeah.
speaking for the entire production team, we would love more wife beating jokes on podcast. Thanks for that. Thanks. Thought I recognized your name. I didn't. Yeah.
After the stream yesterday, I go hang out with my wife. And then I go downstairs, so I'm still in my shirt and my jeans. And then she's just laughing. And I'm like, what? And she won't tell me what. And she keeps laughing. I'm like, what? And she won't tell me. I keep asking her what. You have to tell me. This is the privilege of being married. You have to tell me. What is it? And she was like, you just really look like Lex Luthor in the shirt. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Which Lex? Which Lex?
That's what I want to know. Yeah, I presume current.
A lot of CC, you get hit by a single flashbang, you get hit by a spare, you get shield bash during a rally, or just regular whip shot or regular shield bash sometimes can just really put you into weird spots. Your life could be forfeit at various fights.
We're live on YouTube now, everybody, if you even care. Don't forget to like the stream. Crucial.
Like the stream. Unless you're M. Herv and you've now withdrawn your funding from Hunter.
MSC LCQ. I think the game is Overwatch 2.
Nicholas Holmes, a big said, I'm sure.
Avast just said paying dividends. Drop an exclamation mark div in the chat.
Did he actually?
Yes. Yes. Somebody's been studying the competition.
He did say he hate watches uncoachable.
Did he?
Maybe he hate. Yeah.
Did he really say that?
On Plat Chat, yeah.
There's no way these people.
Hate watching Plat Chat.
I can't believe that any of you people take the time to hate watch each other. It's such a waste of time, bro.
Yeah, but it gives me like you know, sometimes you just need to be wound up, you know? You need to be like re-energized by hate. Despite the fact that I think matchup-wise, anyone know how to center a dividend? Yeah, you're probably in the right place. Someone will be able to help you out.
Greetings, Hunter. Do you enjoy aviation? I can't stand it.
Started on the Genji on our first round, but ended on the May, and yeah, we just didn't quite get to see the capability of taking down individual members.
Avast is looking spiffy today. He buttons up.
Oh, he's so stoic as well when he sits there. I'm the opposite of stoic. I just get eaten alive by Nvidia, whereas Avast has the stillness.
You know what they did to me? You know how they sent you that email about the dress code before it started?
Yeah.
They sent it to me during the last map of the last game of the day. So I'm not sure if that was like quiet,
up, bro.
I'm not sure if that was like quiet shade. I got timed out of the chat for writing exclamation mark finish homosexual after homosexual wrote to me. Oh my god. That's awesome.
When I was watching some of it back to figure out like the transitions and timing and just generally, you know, do a bit of self-loathing for a bit.
Yeah.
Just watching the chat. And it's just, I recognize every name in the chat. It's just, all the bits are just happening. Like when we did all the marbles, I think we got like a full chat of play.
All right. By the good graces of the Dr. Suleiman, I have been revived. By the good graces of the...
Yeah, I think it's if you guys... Which way around is it? You play Bright Future, and then if you beat Bright Future, you play Zeta Division, right? This is for TFW.
Mm. Oh, my... One of my cushions fell off. Oh, well. Just like me. Thanks for stroking me, a rocket dog. Appreciate that.
Yeah, but it's all about volume, I think. So it doesn't matter if it's upright or fallen over.
Yeah. Class, really.
Love the ads. Like the ads. This ad isn't lagging. The cards are just going really fast. They're going too fast for you to see properly. I enjoyed
This is an absolute disaster.
because for the
This is
most
dog's
part it was
breakfast.
just like
Oh,
our
get
chats
out
in
of
the
this,
main
don't
chat
worry.
because it was just everyone had migrated, and then everyone was just doing bold bits, and then it seemed like some of the newbies, some of the people genuinely just tuned in, they got like taken along for the ride.
Braven, thank you very much for the 10 months. I wish I had this level of commitment to an actual relationship. Cheers for the 10, mate. Cheers for the 10. Yeah, I mean, look at my hair, Bussy Brigadier. What do you really expect, if not comments the negative variety? Ally Calypso says, I don't know, my stream is fine. Like, Dr. Suleiman fixed their eyes up real good. Like, they have supervision. I can see you've visited the good doctor for your vision.
Your girlfriend messed up building her desk chair, so now I can't lay back, but instead immediately fall out face first when I lean slightly forward. Surely it's just one bit that's on backwards. Oh, missed a chance to segue back into some wife beating. That's on me. Missed opportunity.
You triggered a visceral response. I tend to do that with people. Grunter, can you count down? I'm close. You're not even sub to me. Big underscore small underscore. Grow up. Seriously. Don't ask anything of the streamer if you're not going to give the streamer money. You know it. You know it does, Moldo. You know it does.
Overall, just a great execution. So now, for Invaders, it's they're on the back foot for the first time, comparatively when they played the first time. And we're going to a map.
Still no Baxter. You know how this works. Isn't it outrageous that the good doctor has enough money to sponsor the Esports World Cup, a multi-million-dollar international event, but he can't even subscribe to my Twitch channel? This doesn't really make a lot of sense, does it? Who trying to gift 100 subs? The good doctor, perhaps. Oh yes, I should
Wait,
start.
someone with a functioning memory tell me if the bands were on screen. Oh wait, now I can just see for myself. I feel like they weren't, right? Okay. We'll have to say them out loud more often.
Small saving make big difference. Wise. Steely6, thank you for the gift sub to the doctor, the good doctor Suleiman Al Habib. Welcome, thank you very much, Steely6. Appreciate you. And they
I feel like
yeah.
I was gonna say if we were casting Pebo, I feel like it'd be so hard for us.
What's a Pebo?
Just not to call him Pedo instead was what I was thinking.
I would really struggle with that one. I read pedo the second I saw that guy in the lobby.
This is a dog's breakfast.
Big Small, thank you very much for the 2 months. Looking big and beautiful today, King. Are you calling me fat with that comment? Welcome back. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Heavy boy.
It feels like you're calling me a big, beautiful, you know.
Let's see now.
Until when did the establishment reach out to you? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, just have to make it to the point, not losing a pick. As soon as they get a little bit closer, Widow gonna lose a little bit of that lethality here. Still ALKYJ just keeping the pressure on, Sight's gonna come on up as Pebble getting close to the tree. About to
You guys are truly cut out for the mainstream softest community.
Hunter, if you give me another ad on this Twitch website, I will come and touch you. Broodstrike, I'm streaming on YouTube, so I'm keeping the ads high on Twitch today. Exclamation mark YT for more information. Or you could like the YouTube stream as well, because we have 45 viewers, 6 likes, which is inexcusably shit. So let's do better here. It's a really bad ratio, so let's do better. Wait, they let you pick any map, map 1? This is map 2, dog. We just watched Busan. I know I wasn't really like watching it, so yeah, this is map 2, Gigalore. Like, grow up. Yeah. Should I be locked in here? Like, should I be paying close attention? Because this is gonna like, this isn't even gonna matter on Saturday, right? Because like the games we're gonna watch on Saturday are gonna be our lower bracket side.
Falcons.
Wait, really? We get Vision Falcons and the big one?
Presumably.
What about the other? What about the other one?
2 semi-finals.
Yeah, because we could
probably
watch.
going to be Zeta versus TFW or Falcons versus Vision.
Yeah,
I'd be happy with either, honestly.
him to get this cap.
Oh well. I'll just let Big Kev do the talking.
Problem, right, with you're playing this Weaver comp, you don't have like the
I don't mean to alarm you, but there appears to be a stream between your ads, Hunter. I'm alarmed.
very good band there because you're just lax.
Don't worry, everybody.
We could always just
You lose a little
give them the finals if you want.
Don't worry,
Yeah, it's not our
everybody.
problem.
compared to
Cried.
forecast.
Don't worry, everybody.
So Invaders moving on
The
forward.
good doctor,
They're gonna have the dupe. They're gonna have the ray.
Suleiman,
The ult bank looking pretty good here as the recontest comes on out.
is on the case, and the stream will soon be nursed back to health.
It's not just about the lamp as well.
We're still discussing how to fit this chair, but the conversation seems to have moved on to the severity of the beating that the girlfriend should get, which seems to be on brand. Great.
Oh, heavens. Morning, Jasmine. Dead to sack.
Sack.
Sack. Just sack it.
I would say their support's called possessive.
They've got, yeah, possessive and sack going up against Peebo and woo! I'm ready for a big day at the office today. Me personally. Do you think we're gonna have to film much today? I think today might be like really like quite rapid fire compared to yesterday because there's like way less complexity in the schedule, you know? There's no like interchanging between anything. It's just game to game to game. Shy of everybody DCing, I feel like we are just gonna watch a couple of games and then clock off. Like I started watching Lawrence of Arabia like 2 days ago in an attempt to get in the mood. And I got about an hour into it and it was like it was actually really awesome. Like seriously, the Lawrence from Lawrence of Arabia has so much aura. Like he's actually just got that world traveler vibe about him where he goes to the country and he just gels with the natives of the land. Like you've got to watch it, dude. Like it's actually it's sick.
I get it. Okay.
Yeah, you get on.
He just blends.
It's 4
He
hours.
just gets
The
involved.
movie's 4 hours long, bro. Like it's really long.
No
so
way
yeah,
it's
so
4
I only
hours
watched
long.
like the first hour, and then I'll put the rest off. Maybe tonight will be the night if we get a quick game on. If Beaker Jr. was
Maybe
cool,
I can convince my wife to watch
he's
it.
literally Saudi Beaker Jr. Beaker Jr. is Saudi Lawrence of Arabia. Sorry.
Ambitious and maybe overextend, but it's fine as long as you just hit a big captive stun and then just get picks off the back of it. If you just get a limb,
Hold strong.
I've thought about getting the limbs in my FPS game.
I've thought about that.
It's a pretty good strat.
Oh, thank you, Ryan QB. Thank you very much.
Pick up the quarterback.
Friday 2 p.m. Time to clock off work. I've not even clocked in yet.
I didn't make that much money from the rerun PRX. I don't
just
know
do an
yet.
out of respect thing as well.
They're just stealing
It's
our
not
bits.
copywriting stuff.
Yeah, we gotta
Come on,
copywriting
get your own
our phrases.
fucking bits.
Yeah. I didn't make that much from the rerun because I don't have the drops on my channel. So a lot of the people that go to the channel for the drops leave after realizing that there's no drops here to farm. But it's better than the kick in the teeth, isn't it? Hopefully the main broadcast
you
stays
said?
on long enough to get me what I want this time, though. What are you gonna say?
You know what you said too much yesterday?
Go on.
Ham.
Absolute disaster.
Ham?
Dog's
Yeah.
breakfast.
I kept bringing up ham on the one Saudi broadcast of the year.
No.
That's great from me. Yeah.
No, you just kept saying hammed up.
Yeah.
You went through there was like one map where I think you got 4 hams in.
No way, I got 4 hams in one map. Thanks for the... Speaking of food, thank you very much, Potato Life, for the Prime. Welcome to the Parasocial Friends Club. But yeah, did I really say hammed up 4 times?
It was at least 3. It might have been 4. Either way, I think that's on the high side of hammed. And I think I dropped a hammed because the ham was in my head from all the hamming.
Getting absolutely porked. Being slowed down. What can I say other than ham? Hammed
Getting
up,
fried like
jammed
bacon
up,
right now.
fried, slowed, snared,
Cornered.
cornered,
30 seconds down on the clock. And like you said,
slammed. I'm not going to say positively porked. Is the stream buffering? Is the stream buffering? Is that a me issue?
Mine's buffering as
It's
well.
offline. It's the main channel is offline. Brilliant.
This is our chance to shine. Quick. Start shining.
We're streaming the game over at PTV/CommanderX. Check it out.
All right, my viewers are on 320. Let's see how many people we gain.
Yeah.
Everyone, just act normal, act welcoming. It's actually gone down to 319, so this isn't the.
Well done. You've lost viewers by virtue of doing that. Well played.
I've actually talked someone out of staying.
Yeah. It's back on if you refresh, I think.
And like you said, maybe.
Maybe? No, it's a buffering screen again, just a different frame. Ah, well. You win some, you lose some. I'm pregnant and it's yours? No, derp. Say it ain't so.
Oh, we got a first timer.
At the Dr. Suleiman Al Habib. How long until you have cured the ailment of this, or the illness? May the good doctor.
Wait, we should tell them as well.
Diagnosis.
They probably know.
They definitely know, right? they opted to reset it in the middle of the map.
This is like a building is halfway burnt down, and then walking over to one of the firefighters and is like, just so you know, that building's actually on fire.
Hey, buddy, you know that building's on fire, right?
I don't know if anyone's told you, but that building is on fire.
Like driving past a car crash. You can't park here.
Maybe watch out for that.
Stream is just fully offline now. Presumably, that's also an overlay/feature. Wouldn't stress too much about that. What's thanks, mate. Video. He hates us. He hates us.
For the context of this production channel there is a series of production people and some of the OWCS admins who are trying to do their job. And then there is Avril, who is also trying to do his job. But every time a message is written between me, Unter, and Avast, it is just a race to a bit. Like, as soon as anything happens, it's just an absolute sprint to the finish line to try and get their joke in first.
No, Avril's performance when Trev said goodbye last night Avast's performance when Trev said goodbye was absolutely spectacular.
Yes, when I wake up to just seeing Avast triple muted in the fucking...
Trev says it's an absolute pleasure to have done the adminning for you boys. Like I'm gonna be heading off for the next couple of days, so thanks a lot. I post like the gif of the guy going no, and then fucking Avast replies, thanks Trevor for all the help. Unlike Unter, I can be sincere because he hides his emotional vulnerability with humor, so I'll send you off proper. And he's just mute reacted by everyone in the channel. Oh. So good. Quite literally never getting hired again in a million years after this one, mate.
What was it like working with OWCS and Hunter then? Oh yeah, it's absolute giant dickheads. Giant dickheads.
Just complete cockheads. It's the stream.
Oh, Overwatch Esports says we'll be back online shortly.
Oh. Who up last chancing their qualifier? We here. We here. Anybody else last chancing their qualifier right now? Dude, look, you're up to 500 viewers now because of the stream going down.
Yeah,
This is beast mode. I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm gonna type in the chat again. Actually, this is a money method.
Get him back.
Anyone else?
Should we just pivot to the League of Legends?
I need a doctor. Can anybody suggest a doctor? Please. Dr. Suleiman. We need you right now. Oh, it's back. Nice. Let's give it a refresh.
Oh, it's actually back?
Yeah, it's actually back. It's actually back. AA question mark? I'm gonna drop an AA chairs. Are there any doctors on this stream? Many. Looks like the stream's back, but the casters are not, so we can take over this one. 30 seconds left on the clock right now for TKO. Really down to the wire right now. It looked like they held on third. It looked like they had a reasonable chance to close out this map and edge out a 2-0 lead in the series, but instead, they are actually on the brink of being full held right now. No ultimates to reinforce their push. No ultimates for the defenders either, though. Last chance push right now as they come swinging around the corner, Xavier.
Triple O going to try and take this wide position here on the venture, but has been knocked down to half HP. Has to top up and get that Mega before their next engage. Looking for it, but Abdu about to have this captive son. Could be the finishing blow that TKO need, but they need to go quickly because these support ults are coming up fast. Trying to eat it.
Two for invaders.
Finds one. Still get the kills though, invaders. Doesn't look like that's going to make a difference. They were so close to those two support ults here, TKO, but couldn't get them up in time. The captive son gets the job done in the end. That was 2 in a row.
It's a nice captive son to close it out. Was it two in a row, or is that a 1-to-1?
I wasn't paying any attention.
I'm pretty sure it's 1-to-1. I'm pretty sure it's 1-to-1 now. Like,
no way. As someone who's paid 0 attention so far, no way.
Yeah, I'm struggling to believe this, to be honest. Oop. Hopefully they get the caster audio fixed, but at least we can see. Let's just keep the clean thing going. Let's just do it from here. Let's just do it from here. 9 out of 10 dentists recommend them, Mrs. Ramatra. That's clutch.
I flipped him off back, so we're even.
Oh yeah, and we've got 3 minutes until the next scene, so let's just keep it.
We have to fill this bit as well.
I will not be filling this bit. This is where I'll queue up the slop. Actually, oh, now I'm streaming on YouTube. I can't do slop. There's a new profit montage that came out. Like, ooh, are you hearing this music?
The music is actually all killer.
Like, this is insane. I'm gonna Shazam this shit. Like, what is this? What is it? Can somebody Shazam this? Hey, it's Luke1. Thanks for the prime. Welcome back to the Parasocial Friends Club. Thanks for the 4 months.
Does anyone have a phone that is still set to 2012 and can Shazam this for us?
Why is Shazamming an old school thing? What's the alternative to Shazamming in the current year? This is what I don't know.
I feel like I've not heard anyone say Shazam it in so long.
Yeah, I know it's like an old person. It's an old person thing to say. But what's the modern alternative to Shazamming it? Like, is it just shameful? Did they fix the quality? It looks good now.
People still have Shazam. Is Shazam still the Shazam?
Stinter0 says, "Oh my god, actual commentary. This is insane compared to Overwatch Esports. I was the caster on Overwatch Esports yesterday." What do you mean? This is insane compared to Overwatch Esports. That was me.
Yeah, a few people still have Shazam. I think Shazam is back. Am I part of the LGBT community? No. But thanks for asking.
Stay inquisitive. All right. Marbles race coming in hot, by the way, folks. If you even care, which you should. I'm feeling a space race. She might be a hop.
I'm being told.
No.
I'm being told Shazam has now been replaced by the thing now is just not knowing and remaining sad.
This is a
I like that. At least you don't lose aura by doing that, as the kids say. Sylvie GL, thanks for the prime. Welcome back. Thanks for the 2 months. I'm parasocial. Yay. That's how everybody feels. That's how everybody feels about their parasocial relationships. Exclamation mark play in the chat.
What's the LCQT?
Hey, the cutest devil. We don't need to hate on 2 titans of industry. I appreciate the positive feedback though, and don't worry, we will be on today. Xavier and I will be back for the last 2 games. We're on every day.
This just takes me to a GitHub link.
Download whatever they're linking you on GitHub. I'm sure it's reliable.
Are you asking me whether I'm a member of this GitHub or not?
I don't want to watch
the
the
answer is no. I'm not a member of this GitHub.
All right, let's start the race. 30 seconds to start this marbles race, everybody. Exclamation mark play to get involved. And do not tickle my feet. Very ticklish. I appreciate that. The cutest
GitHub
devil.
has
Thank
no
you.
description on it as well, so it feels like a really risky download if anyone wants it.
take a chance, mate. Live a little.
Wait, are you playing?
Yeah, I'm playing right now. You just missed it.
I'm coming and play.
Did they even have
Maybe
the
I
drops
missed it.
enabled for the channel on Overwatch Esports today? I swear they've like... I swear it's just not on. At all.
Refresh. That's I'm getting drops.
Yeah. Oh, they are on. You're right, actually. What are the dates for the campaign? July 17 to July 20. But I reckon the view count is going to be way lower today than it was yesterday, because it's only a 4-hour watch to get it all. And it's
Is it a new one every day?
No, it's the same campaign over 3 days. So everyone that was going for it yesterday will have it. So I reckon it's going to be a poo raid. And the biggest raid has already been squandered by their inability to type a command in before ending the stream.
Oh, LCQT as in last chance qualifier. I get it now.
Until
I
Flora
feel like I might have
slander
ruined
during
the
the finals is going to go crazy. I mean, rest assured. Oh, hello, Bunnykins. Did you make it into the race? I didn't even notice. Let's see. It would almost feel wrong to do a race without you at this point. So we might have to do a rerun here, a re-roll. We do love reruns here, but I think I missed it. Well, stick around. We'll get you in the next round. In the meantime, we'll watch the good doctor roll.
Wait, Shazam update. Hemsy says apparently it's some backing music from an 80s comedy movie or something. Oh.
Okay. Deeply challenging, Bunnykins. No, the in-queue music for this broadcast is actually like S+ tier.
Sorry.
All right, to all the people that missed the marbles race, we're soon to be getting into another round, so buckle up. I'm really fucking with the music today as well. This guy's got the Aga profile picture. Beast.
Yeah, I'm sending it now, Jamie.
A drop's only on the main Overwatch Esports stream or here as well. Unfortunately, they're only on the main stream, the cutest devil. But the good news for you is that
Cutest
it only
devil.
takes 4 hours to get them. So, you know what? How's about you watch the main broadcast and then you
get
watch
a
me
play
later.
going.
Let's get a play going.
I'm getting a play going in the main broadcast.
You're in the wrong channel, Xavier. No, Xavier, you can't play here.
I can play in here. It's the main channel. It's the main place to play, surely.
Let's get a play going, everybody. Get in the race. Gonna happen again, I bet, says the final hog. Not if the good doctor has anything to say about it.
Now, a lot of these names playing I recognise, but not all of them. So I think we've got some new people. Yeah, we got some first-time plays.
Might get a boost going.
Obviously, and also pretty interesting because
Do you think exclamation mark force fem is gonna get timed out?
Played yesterday.
I'm watching Frankie intently right now.
Yeah, it was New Junk City for them, and Invaders kind of.
That message has got it all the way to the top of the screen without getting knocked out.
But TKO been looking a lot better in this series. So,
All right, let's run the race.
Again, the venture, I mean, it's been working out really good.
We've got 72 participants right now. 30 seconds. Get in the race.
Looks here so far, and Invaders obviously bringing it back there for this.
Is Avast in Saudi? I'm haunted by his voice. No, he's just like me. He's in his bedroom.
You're both in his bedroom.
Yeah, we share a space. We're in a WeWork office, actually. Snowfall showing off his jersey. Go on.
Rails to come through, more Surge gameplay to come through. Is shutting down that Venture plus Echo kind of look that was pulled through from TKO, which they struggled to really push through, and they struggled to be.
I'm gonna mute this and cast the marbles, I think. Homosexual taking the lead early on. Let's see if he can maintain that lead. No, it looks like he prefers to take the race from behind in hindsight, as he's actually right up behind. Naki's biggest fan, all the way in first place right now. I will not be casting the entire marbles race. That would be absolutely outrageous. But
Thank you, Criminal Annihilation. For 15 months. I'll interrupt your casting, Ben.
they are playing
Say strong
marbles on
Falcons.
the main stream.
Falcons. And the take on the Stalker situation, my latest take is I think Stalker and Proper are just pricks. Just fucking play the hit scan, you idiots.
Whoa, why does his voice sound like that? Is that my internet or is that him? Anyone else hearing that? You sound like poo.
Hello?
I have 14 ping to
Hello?
Discord. What's your ping to Discord? What?
My ping to Discord is 314.
Yeah, let's change server. Let's go to your Discord.
Okay.
That sounds like poo. Welcome back.
I sound fine on stream. Yeah, I think it was Discord.
You sound like a
Yeah,
million
I
bucks
think
now. It's just the server.
Yeah. The Stalker and Proper just need to grow up because the impression I get from their statements on Discord, which again is a stupid way to do all your team announcements by having one of your random players have a little moan in their own Discord about it. Maybe there's a more official channel they could use. I don't know. But they both seem to just seem pretty keen to play flex DPS when actually I think they should just play the fucking heroes, play together and win a championship.
Congrats to Debo for coming first in the race. You win absolutely nothing. Shout out to Helio Osmosis for the 3rd place, Dr. Suleiman Al Habib for the 4th place, and Bunnykins for a respectable 10th place finish after getting a rerun just for them. Back to the main broadcast though, as Avril, apparently Shiba OW has been timed out for 600 seconds for typing the exclamation mark oil up onto command in the chat. A true tragedy, but you know, these things can happen. What do you see, Xavier?
Wait, the casters are back. Are we still doing it?
Just watching, mate.
Okay.
I guess.
Let me sit up. I need to play around with my mic position. Let me know. This is for a test of how I sound more than anything else. So, Simmate coming out from TKO, playing it a little bit slow in his first fight as Ghost is going to try and take all of the space. Just sort of wanders into a Symmetra. Easy kill there. Shouldn't be that easy for Ghost, but just manages to phase in. Snowfall behind. Quick flash for Hammer. They're going to get him a nice pincer, and Invader's just going to crush him here in this first fight.
What's your percentage right now? Give some numbers. 70, 71, 72, 73, 74. Okay, it might be a refreshing it for you, buddy.
What do you mean you're on 70?
Yeah, I mean, it might be a refreshing it for you. Like,
What do you mean?
exclamation mark manual blinking. God, that actually worked on me. That's so annoying. Exclamation mark skip ad. You actually have to transact to use that one, mate. Anyway. Invaders already overtime in their favor as Snowfall pulls out the high noon, has eyes on the point. Ghost comes in with the annihilation, same timing, and is going to fall to that high noon. Snowfall good for a second one onto Peebo, and that will be a 2-player lead for the Invaders. Tycho not willing to give up easily as they throw in a Blizzard, but it is a wax museum with 0 players to actually deal damage into it as Invaders will take the first point cap. Xavier, give me some numbers.
0, 0. Oh, I'll do the timer instead.
Yeah, like there are numbers on this.
28,
Jeez,
27,
this guy's with it.
26,
Okay, well,
25,
I'm 2 seconds ahead of you, and there's no way to sync up, so I'll just leave a
Okay,
I'll leave a full 2-second break between your casting ending and mine starting. How does that sound?
Sounds perfect. All right, Blade here for Sack as they hold for choke. Big punch swing coming through. Blade over top from Sack, making short work of Pebo, not Pedo. Ooh, also falling, and that's going to be a clean fight off the Blade for Invaders.
My 2 seconds are up. Invaders now, once again, in control, and it does feel like the momentum of the series is swinging into their favor. Zarya comes out for LKYJ. I'm about as surprised as Avast, to be perfectly honest with you, because I feel that Zarya is a very dangerous pick into a Ramantra walking all over you. I will turn Avast down a little bit, because if I have to hear him say Zarya one more time, I might lose my mind. Overwatch _Garu in the chat is feeling similarly inquisitive, as he also writes Zarya ? Big scrap on the point now as the Ray comes out from Possessive. Invaders actually need to leverage a kill from this one, as TKO, they may just have weathered a proverbial storm. Does look like Snowfall will find that kill in the end, and it's a crucial one at that, as he's taken down the Brig with the rally.
Gonna raid back anyway, trying to commit to this 4 versus 5. Punches come out, but will be pocketed by Nat Beam as the Sim. Now onto the backline as well. Genji in a lot of trouble. Ghost able to trade it out. 1-for-1 only tank advantage now. Full energy in the corner, has to fight this Cass. Snowfall, though, seems to just be walking all over him right now. Should be able to push back with this high energy, but Snowfall is the one walking forward. He's got the confidence. They've got the pick on the Juno. No source of healing, and now very much on the back foot.
Off-brand milk, I can change it if you don't approve. I can put on another crappy flannel that I hate. Really, I feel like I should just wear a t-shirt at this point. It's just not working for me. But Snowfall will fall. Does look like TKO. Not only did they get the flip 57% ago, but they're actually starting to turn this into a fight win. Abdulaziz throws out the Kitsune rush, but goes down to Peebo, who pushes in Fearless, and finds a kill onto Sark as well. So that's a 2-player lead again for TKO. They really want to close this one out. The Annihilation was committed by Ghost, so the Simwar comes out in response, and it's just going to be cleanup for TKO now, as they will take this fight. And even off the scoreline 1-1, I was speaking about momentum. I was lying about momentum, because TKO, it's even.
It's even 1-1. I'm being reliably informed now. Ooh, it's actually more of an So try and factor that in going forward. Grav available for LKYJ. I can read notes letters, no problem. Significant advantage here. Nothing really for Invaders to play with. It may be even potential for Invaders just to take in this next fight quite quickly before the point unlocks. If they use the Grav and they wipe you, okay, it happens. But at least you get that big ult out of the way before the point unlocks. Eyes vote over to LKYJ, looking for this connect.
Already looking for the connectors. The Grav is going to be so crucial for TKO. They need something here. They need a juicy Grav, which has more than just a Ramatra in it. You can see already those Snowfall. He's been a shining light here for the Invaders, and he's going to open up with another kill onto Peebo. Ghost pushes deep as well, trades out onto Symbol. At least, is good for one onto Snowfall. And Snowfall is a carry player, but it's just not enough to get TKO over the line. So even though they had that Grav, they've just fallen over in the neutral before they've had the opportunity to use it.
Trying to hold on to their energy here and get their Zarya out, which would be a small silver lining for them. But now Invaders, they've got a few more ults to try and deal with this Grav. They've got a Ray coming up soon. They've got a Blade, a High Noon, tools to mitigate the follow-up from this Grav. You can see LKYJ swinging around with this Grav, but he wants the squishies in this one. Ram has been isolated, but not isolated at all. Possessive with the torpedo swing. They're all going to die as they TP in. And another fight, another missed opportunity to use this Grav.
2 fights in a row where the Grav has just gone slipping right through their fingers. No opportunity to use it. LKYJ actually isn't dying in any of these turns, perhaps playing a little bit passively, the fact that they are able to consistently live. But this time around, they're just going to be caught out. Invaders, they're going to up the tempo. They're going to push deep onto the Zarya, push the spawn of TKO. And that's going to be 3 fights in a row now where the Grav has been preserved. Invaders, if you look up to the ults in the top right, they've managed to hold on to everything. So not only have they won this point, but they've managed to do it without using anything. TKO, they're going for a desperate final touch. But it's 3v5 in this situation, Zab. I don't know that they're going to make it.
They're on May Venture as well, so the ability to get a touch from anyone individually is going to be very tricky. So they're just going to have to let this one go. And this, honestly, might just be a map losing point for TKO. Not just not getting Manu out of their ults, not even using them, allow Invaders to build a full bank again. Really terrible situation for TKO. They need a clean fight with this Grav now. And they even keep it lean. You can see LKYJ trying to move into position for it now. Ray's going to come out early. Wallen a disengage. TKO trying to play it slow. Grav comes out, gets the Genji and Ramatra in. Can confirm 1 kill out of that. Need a little bit more, really. Bubble on the backline doesn't get too much, but with a tectonic shock, will pick up 2 in the back. Turns onto the Ram to finish it. An annihilation from Ghost. Optimistic trying to turn this one. Completely surrounded. Does manage to kill the Rally and Brig, actually, though. So maybe not quite out of it yet, but eventually they can get enough angles, hit him from both sides, take down Ghost, but cost him a lot in the end, TKO.
Expensive fight for them. They've got the Ray and the Blizzard for the next turn, though, and Invaders, while they do have some pretty powerful ultimates available, the Ray can actually make it quite difficult to blade. So there is a chance here for TKO to keep this gravy train going, keep the good times rolling. Sark goes incredibly fast, though. High Noon swing over the top, and the backline is just going to fall apart for TKO. Blizzard once again coming out from Symbol, but it's far too late. Nobody's going to be hammed up by that one. Oh, we're hamming up before we're even on the main broadcast. Nobody's going to be jammed up. Nobody's going to be slowed down. Never mind audio F. What do you mean by this, total waifu? What happened?
Maybe it's F for fantastic.
That could be a fantastic
Or
F,
F
yeah.
for fully porked. Need to get this out of my lexicon. TKO swapping over to the Malga now. Ray ready to go. Significant ult advantage. Looking for an opening stomp in. Coming in. Looking for Valkyrie. Nails it as well. Can't convert the kill, but a big opening. Ghost has been traded in the back too. Sak is diving onto this Brig to try and find a trade, but it's ring around the roses. Can't find this Brig. Pebo's giving him the slip and the dip, and will be able to regroup with their team, hopefully. Here comes the Malga to help out. Pebo, maybe he doesn't need any help. He's got a Malga with him now, and they'll clean this one up. Well played from Pebo in the end. Good early stomp from LKYJ. And the Malga potentially serving as a bit of a turning point for TKO.
the Malga could be exactly what they need, because when they had TKO on the Zarya, it just wasn't working out for them at all. Too many fights where the grav was never invested, but Malga, a little bit more chance for LKYJ to take control of the tempo, get involved, not play off other people. You can see now they're holding the choke, going for the stomp across, but again, it's going to be Zenitsu going down early. Snowfall so good at opening up fights. A trade from the Malga as well as Possessive went rather deep, but Symbol goes down. Ghost hiding behind their shield will be able to close out this one, and Invaders, they've capped the point. TKO are down to their last chance here on New Junk City.
Pharos swap from Sack, paying Divvy D's as now for Symbol, it's going to be a very hard matchup into that Pharos. So Sack should be free to take over in these fights quite a lot. Invaders also very close to a pretty high bank of ultimate. Ray not too far, plus the Annihilation, plus the High Noon. Great ults for making this next fight on point very difficult. TKO are only going to have for Rally to start with. If they can get to a cage, there's a chance, but they've got to get in that cage first. Early Rally is going to be matched by the High Noon. Snowfall doesn't have a great angle for this, though. He's trying to swing right side now, looking for it. Damage only, though. Shield still up, but they find the kill on the Malga in the front line, and now it's Annihilation push back in, and Ghost is going to crush him, and that'll just be New Junk City here going through. No chance to get to the cage, no chance to get to the Blizzard. Invaders get it over the line.
Easy wrap up in the end for Invaders. Few adjustments coming out from TKO, the Malga pick and whatnot, but it felt like it was all just a little bit too slow. Spent too many fights on the Zarya. Not to suggest that the Zarya was necessarily at fault, but too long being ineffective on that character, and then as a result, map really got away from them. What initially looked like a good fight and a good situation for TKO repeatedly bled out into a situation where they were ulting when they'd already lost it and just never finding the opportunity to go first. So now, what are we going to roll into? I know nothing about these teams. I haven't done my research. I haven't done my homework. Let's let the Titan and Avril fill us in.
It is giving a mix of the Max Hanbin hero pool a bit, and they're making use of what feels to be not a particularly meta hero.
You miss skunking it?
If you're not really pulling out Orisa and Ramattra,
You can skunk it right now if you want.
I feel like at times you're going to be a
Sorry.
little, have a little trouble in this
Do you remember when Trev was telling us about the upset, and I said, "You're skunking my ball right now, Trev."
Come on.
These poor production and admins just trying to provide us crucial information to how the tournament's going.
Any bull skunks in the chat? Anyone, anywhere, know where I can find a bull and skunk hybrid?
If I'm honest, usually when you see a player, particularly a tank player, move through
At
about
bull
4 different
skunk.
heroes in the space of a single map, it's not a
You
good
asking
sign.
him in the main
Looking
chat?
at a player-
Yeah, I mean, last time I was writing about skunking it, he replied with an emote. Like, he was there. He was there the whole time.
Let's try something else.
So he could be here again. You never know.
Strangely, did actually win them 1 point. Credit where credit is due. But right afterwards, you go to the next point, a little bit longer range. Suddenly getting poked out massively. You get blown up in that.
Is
first
it
fight.
too early to skunk it?
I don't even know if you remember what Brad did. I certainly don't.
So bad.
It got two. It got Suck, it got Ghost, but you know,
There it
they're
is.
able to, yeah.
Awesome
Awesome is
is skunking
skunking
it,
it,
right now.
yeah.
I don't recognize that name. Is that one of your
That's
channels?
one of mine, yeah, that's one of mine.
Okay, all right. I was like, is this just... it's
You
just...
got a shield.
Never too early to skunk it.
So survivable comparatively
Very
to,
true.
you know, there's a lot of tanks
Well,
out
I
there.
realize I'm asking the worst man Australia has ever produced, but is there a team we're rooting for in particular for LCQ? I'm rooting for Falcons, I'd say. I think it's really only realistic to say that Falcons or Zeta Division have any chance of qualification. I'm just Gimp says, let's get ready to skunk it. I feel like that's a. I feel like the first time Gimp is not going to last in the channel, you know? Like, just based off their name alone. But yeah, I think your only options really to root for are Falcons or Zeta Division, realistically, and I'm massively biased against Zeta Division, so I'm rooting for Falcons. Did you see the random guy on Twitter flaming you for absolutely zero? The guy in Arabic, or was
Sorry
there
about that,
was there an
Max.
English one? Like, I assume you're talking about the Arabic one. Yeah, I saw that because I got added with it by OWCS Struggles. They seem to have like a absolute obsession with me. Like I can't go 5 seconds without being tweeted at by OWCS
I
Struggles.
feel like if you run one of these novelty accounts, and if anyone here does run a novelty account, I am talking directly to you. Anyone who runs these novelty accounts like OWCS Struggles, or what was the other one? The fucking Hot Takes one?
Yeah.
It's just a tremendous indictment of you as a person.
I mean, I think that the OWCS struggles one like isn't as bad as the anonymous hot takes. Like OWCS struggles just steals other people's tweets instead of hitting the retweet button. So it's like, you know, they don't really do anything. They just take screenshots of tweets and post them again.
You know, if
like the
you want to create
something,
create something meaningful.
Well, they're not
not
creating
just
anything.
fucking-
They're actually just screenshotting
exactly.
people.
Like,
They're just screenshotting people's tweets instead of hitting the retweet button.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
Yeah, like I don't know. They post me so fucking much. I like 100%. I'm the most posted thing on that Twitter account. It's like, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do for this? Dr. Suleiman says create something meaningful on Twitter. Agreed. But yeah, I mean, I did think that it was quite funny in the replies to that tweet that OWCS Struggles was tweeting that they were saying that they wished I could be sent to a re-education camp. I thought that was pretty cool. That's nice, I guess.
Oh,
very progressive.
Ads for sub shouldn't be minty leaves.
That was a quick one. They're losing. TVNT was killed.
What
you.
is it?
Exclamation mark re-educate onto.
Just seeing the corner of my eye, Hunter's Gimp asking in the main channel if there's a doctor in the house.
Dude, what are the chances that Hunter's Gimp and Dr. Suleiman are the same person? like this guy's logged in on his on his computer. Yeah, like he's on his computer and his phone right now, and he's talking to himself. Is there a doctor in the house? There is. This guy's talking to himself.
Thank you, Eggspear, for the prime.
Good morning, Max. Oh, good morning, Chris. Oh shit, I saw you writing in the rerun chat before, Chris. Is it morning for you? Oh yeah, give him a CJ spin.
What is this if not a stream? Yeah, well, I kind of just meant to turn it on for 20 minutes and then it's just got out of control.
I'm giving
After
you
this series, I might just leave. What I've done is I've just robbed Max in front of him.
I mean, you're giving me your host at the end of the day, allegedly. Like, I really don't. I really don't think there's much. I don't think there's much theft happening
to
here.
Jamie.
You're gonna give it to Jamie?
How upset would you be if I gave it to Jamie?
I mean, it's your host at the end of the day. I think it would be a bit odd, but like, I'd be like, what did Jamie do at this event for this host? But like, at the end of the day, like, it's your money. Like, you do you. When you come to Spain, you will be obliterated. I just want to be educated. That's all.
Wait, is that the main chat?
Yes, it's in the main chat. Like, I don't know why that one isn't getting timed out, but no idea saying, don't mind me, just testing something gets timed out.
The oil up got timed. You can't oil you up, but obliteration is okay.
Yeah.
Where's the line? Help me find the line, guys. Come on.
Commando X has the biggest giggles. You should have heard, yeah. His housemate complains about giggles.
You mean my wife?
Yeah, that's the one. See? Got him hook, line, and sinker with that one.
It was when you remember when Coleman was walking past when we were at the wedding, and we were just like, I can't remember what it was like in between things, and then my family were down playing a board game, and then Coleman was just like, yeah, it's actually just in the family. It's genetic, unfortunately.
Family
Maybe
giggles.
Fortunately. Family giggles.
Can I still earn League token? This guy just woke up from a coma.
First time message. First time out of a coma message.
Exclamation mark re-educate onto was a perma ban. No way. There's no way.
Your oil up my mods is deleted.
Hunter, if you ever show your face in Finland, you will be neutralized. Deleted.
Oh, Banana Whisperers tried to slam Hunter. That one feels like it'll get the pass, I reckon.
Hello, Kobe Contra 24. That's an insane Twitch name. Oh my. That's a terrible Twitch name. Mention mark spit shine.
No way, spit shine.
Bit of elbow grease. Exclamation mark elbow grease. CH.
What if I type it? What if- No way! I got timed out! You can't time me out, it's me!
Oh no! I cannot. This chat is way too awesome. I can't take this serious. Like, what is happening in this fucking chat? Smash is no good, but elbow grease is fine. Lick is fine. Being turned into
Spit shine. I can't spit shine myself.
being turned into an urban legend in Northern Macedonia, completely on the cards.
Oh, you can't enter inside me either. But you can eviscerate me.
That was Kobe Copter that wanted to get inside you.
Look, you can't. Yeah, you can't enter inside me. You can't touch Hunter. All the sexual stuff,
Skin.
literally not allowed.
Skin was instant. BJ is a permaban for DD. DD just got
BJ.
neuter.
Neutering.
Oh my god.
I could see the vision there. Ghost popping another.
What you can actually
I'm gonna drop a
see
pew pew
is
pew.
the live decline of this moderator's patience as well.
Oh my god, Slurp is done for 600. You
No
can't.
way you can't slurp.
Grease
Or
with peanut butter.
Peanut butter. Well, I think Devour's going through.
Oh, but none of these are gonna lie. Piss on Chris.
Moderator. Permanently banned piss on. Piss on Chrysler.
Just spat all over my microphone. I'm losing it. This is terrible. This is really terrible. I've spat in my pop filter. Oh yeah.
Can I get an exclamation mark spit on for that, please?
Oh my days. Support Hunter, surely that's a keeper. Wait. Durg Attic is a permaban. Kiss? You think Kiss is gonna get? Yeah, Kiss is definitely getting done in. You spit. Oh, grapefruit techniques here. It's a permanent ban. Grapefruit technique is a permanent ban. Invert is a
That was a
timeout.
timeout as well.
Spin and rub slow. Feel like perma. Gay hunter permaban for bouncing on it. None of my chat's going to be able to promote my stream in the main broadcast channel anymore. You're all going to get permabanned.
Talking later. They're all banned.
Weirdest bot raid. They think it's a bot raid. We're just co-streaming the games. Just co-streaming the games.
I think there's a game going on, by the way. I fail to believe that.
Not my
7M.
department. I'm getting paid to watch games 3 and 4, so Rupture is a permanent ban. Rory said hello. Fish said Hunter sold me Fent. Ah, apparently selling Fent is only 600 seconds, but a rupture is permanent. Lubrication is permanent. Hello, Rory. Oh, I missed the O in hello. They're gonna ban me. Oh fuck.
Hell, Rory.
Atomically
Exclamation
atomized.
mark hell.
Is the match over?
Wait,
Oh,
no.
Estrogen Eyes is not gonna fly well. Estrogen Eyes was a permanent ban. I knew it. I knew it.
No way.
So many people are losing their ability to chat in the main broadcast off this.
Aren't up. They aren't up when they need them. Triple O, OKYJ doing their best to make things happen there, but if you're back on just getting
Oh, Josh Chip didn't even get timed out. Just got deleted. Evict. X23, you're done. Yeah, that's an instant. rinky dink one from you, mate.
You needed yeah, there's an art of subtlety I think required, which you
Move
you
the
missed.
cam, you freak. All right, I'll put it on the left for a minute so we can see the chat better.
Manning as a team, which, you know, given the comp, you might not necessarily always have to do, but they're not really playing a dive comp. It's kind of like a weird mix.
Thanks, Blady fan. Calling Kelly, how did you get home from Saudi so fast? I swear you were just at the broadcast stream yesterday. I'm actually flying out as well soon. Hello, Big Book 12.
Run your supports down.
Yeah, they offered him a chance to stay, but he said no. I'll just fly out for the cast themselves. So he's flying back and forth both times.
Exclamation mark, male to female Hunter got permabanned. Give lollipop was a 10-minute timeout, apparently. You can't even give me a lollipop. Ball scratch was a permaban. See if
Oh,
Kelly...
I'm being told circumcised was only 10 minutes.
Out of respect. Testosterone replacement therapy, perma.
Yeah, well, the team actually does die fast enough that they can get a contested.
Dissect. Oh, good luck.
There's no way you're getting to dissect Hunter right now.
TKO should be up to
Dissect is actually lasting an unusually long period of time.
Is it scientifically sound enough? Do you think?
If it's in the name of medicine. I mean, I think like if the good
Well,
doc...
look.
Wait, Wrenchman wrote, I know. Wait, what did Wrenchman say? I'm going to stop Enter so badly he might scream. You've brought attention to your own thing, which has resulted in you being permabanned. Onto homosexuals suck. Yeah, good luck, Oren. Yep, dead. Rope.
See, you're never apparently, Oren. That's a perma.
Who up invading their TKO? Timeout.
Wait, how did that get timed out? Is that Apostle, the YouTube guy, as well?
out dealing all of their damage. On this Ram, as we know, he's already been wanting to play too much Ram. He's been wanting to mostly play the Diva, but he needs to have a little bit more survivability. Straight away into the backline sack. One of the
What's with all the spam?
soldiers.
Caitlyn S. Boost? Surely boost is good. Surely we're good for a boost.
Another pick, triple O. Even the contest alive gonna get the land here as well.
Is anyone else skunk? First time chatter. Is anyone else skunking their ball?
Triple O's major. Still on to Ghost as well. Even the car contest alive. Is all TKO there.
Time to all go.
Exclamation mark, say kind things about Hunter from OWCS. The actual channel wrote that. Exclamation mark, relegate Hunter. Can confirm insemination is perma. Wonderful.
The entire series over. You need a touch right now.
Skunking the aunt.
For TKO, they have to touch. They're gonna have a window. They have some others coming up. Triple O gonna get played. Used there for Saturday.
The league guy has 100k. Yeah, and has Cadriel. This is light work for Cadriel. 100k.
Are they doing a league co-stream? Cadriel does like 300k
Yeah.
for the worlds or something, right? Like close to a mil for the worlds.
Yeah. Yeah, as I think the league is finishing this weekend, so I wouldn't be surprised if he is, because he's doing the co-stream for league.
Yeah.
So I would not be surprised if
Based.
he hits like a quarter mil for this.
Honestly, Triple O, a really, really powerful adventure
600 seconds for basting me? No way.
against
Gently baste me. What did the Japanese first time chatter say?
one-sided.
Why a lot of comments deleted?
Getting the game. At least TKO, which was well deserved. But I think from a team perspective, you could just see
The people have a lot to say.
more well-rounded team. Didn't have to swap around the
Game's
game.
over.
Trusted what they
Ooh.
wanted to play. Trusted in their Ram.
Yeah, I might go to a shop.
Really?
Do you want some viewers?
Sure, why not? I got
Yeah,
nothing to do
I got
anyway.
time.
You're gonna go to the shop? What are you gonna buy?
And I think that's just the name of the
Rizzler.
Rizzler? I could actually kill for some zinnies right now.
Okay, we maybe have a sin.
Do you want some Rizzler?
Yeah, I mean, if you could just give me another tin of Zin, that would be enough, mate. That'd do for me.
I got a tin of Zin, mate.
Yeah, send it over.
I'll send you a tin of Zin.
Alright. Thank you. See you soon.
Can we get some Preds going? I'm literally ending the stream.
What we can get is some marbles going, I reckon. Does anybody want to play marbles? Is Bunnykin still here?
Performance coming out for invaders.
I think yesterday I would have given
Let's drop a play.
Peter Sack.
Exclamation mark, give a bad haircut to Hunter? What the fuck, Overwatch Esports?
A little bit of Ghost in there as well, but a couple of wonky annihilations might have tilted that one into Snowball's favor a little bit. Yeah, this was a little wacky. That was the one sour point But then you remember the 4K on Circle Royale and you're like, you know what?
True.
99.9% of the time Snowfall was getting it done.
It's time to play, everybody. Everybody get in here.
We've all died to that one.
Oh my god, Commander X with 392 viewers. This is so unexpected. Look, Bunnykins was here the whole time, just waiting for another play round. Isn't that beautiful? I think that's a thing of beauty, me personally. Thanks for the follows, everybody. I guess your Overwatch Esports refugees. As you can see, the chat is once exclamation mark tongue tussle was a perma ban. Exclamation mark tie up Hunter and put him in a room with the mod was a perma ban. Watch it or I'm going to skunk it. Somebody replies, what does that even mean? Exclamation mark make perfectly smooth. That's going to be tough. I hope you have a wonderful day today. Thank you, Paradoxial M3. Be sure to drop a play in the chat. Look at all these wonderful marbles. Racing for the love of the game. 30 seconds to get in the race, everybody. We support marbles racing here. Did somebody say marbles? Ah, somebody said marbles, Morin.
All right, I'm actually going now.
Ah, I'll see you soon.
In a bit.
Yeah. Okay. Homogenize, Hunter. Check what's in pen. Yeah, that's goodbye. No idea. You cannot write anything gay. Like, I don't know why you people are like dancing around the point, like as if there's any question about it. Like, you cannot write anything gay. Like, it's obviously the line. Admiral Raptor, hooning his way through. I didn't even notice that Ollie was here, but he always manages to tap in for a round of marbles. How's Korea, Ollie? They might have blacklisted your name. I hope not. Play. The dissect can't get away with daylight murder. Yeah, I mean, I think the dissect guy got taken out for something else eventually, you know? Like, Force Fem was an instant perma, I'm pretty sure. Amazing. I'm happy to hear it, Ollie. I may actually never forget when we were sitting at that restaurant and you pulled out the laptop to get the codes to give to Xavier. We're like going out for like dinner and drinks after I think you just finished like your first or second match at the Poop Cup and you pulled out the laptop at the table to send the codes over to Xavier. Like, that's the kind of graft that you simply can't teach. Like, somebody that grafts that hard is destined to win. They definitely just put Hunter on their banned words. Is this true? There's no way I've been turned into a banned word on the channel. That's right, Hunter in lowercase. No, that works fine. Unless VIP. Yeah. Shoemuse? Yeah, Shoemuse is done for. Human Centipede, Hunter CX Chrysler, that's done. Yep, that's a perma for sure. What happened to the CX stream? Turlands, anything but writing in here, obviously. Oh, good luck. The ad break is about to hit. Good luck to you all. If you're struggling with the ads, there's a YouTube stream, by the way. Hopefully the ad break hasn't hit yet. There's a YouTube stream. There's like no ads on that, or like your ad blocker will work on that. And you can rewind and shit. Check it out. Or you can sub. Hey, LeBron, watch. Hyper Mega Muffin in first. Sam the Moonman 0 in second. Tardan Boss. Mahogany. No, didn't get through all the profile pictures. Is there an unban request? Is that what this is? I feel like this will be an unban request. I'm not a doctor. I'm sorry, I didn't know I wasn't allowed. Yeah, good luck. You're never getting out of that one, I'm afraid. I have an ad blocker, but I turned it off for this channel. I run such a disgusting amount of ads. I refuse to believe that that's true. Or if you do that, you're crazy. You're killing your own chances of enjoying the stream. Hunter, what's the longest you've gone stroking your shit? You don't even want to know, Prash. If you get to be 27 years old and as sick as me, let me just tell you, it's a big issue. Exclamation mark, feminizing gender affirming surgery at Hunter. Yeah, Dr. Suleiman. That's not something that you can be putting in the OWCS channel. Like, grow up. It's time for another round of play, if you even care. Jork? No, don't jork me, Bunnykins. Play. Banash. Let's hope Hunter stays 27 forever. Unfortunately, I will be 28 in 2 months or something. What are we in the 7th? My birthday's in the 9th. So I think it's not looking good. I think I'm gonna be 28 in 2 months. Bunnykins, have you played? Or have you just jawked me? Age boost? Grab Hunter's tap! No! The Grab Tap sponsor! No way, the Grab Tap sponsor that could from Jonas. Exclamation mark Grab Tap in the chat. Thanks for the wink, Bunnykins, but I don't see you in the marbles race, so let's get a move on with that, eh? You're actually there. Let's get an exclamation mark Grab Tap going. It's grab. Grab your tap. Exclamation mark grab Hunter's tap is a 600-second timeout. What is grab tap? Smiley face? Oh, Muesli. Just a fantastic platform that you can download mobile games and get in-game rewards that translate into real-world rewards that put money in your bank account and mine both. You can see all about it in the Discord, where you, Muesli, are second place on the leaderboard. Second only to Chugga. You're a fucking whale, Chugga. The fact that you've done all of this without spending any money is outrageous, too. 27 seconds until the race starts, everybody. It would be nice if we could get up to 100, if we could get 4 more people to exclamation mark play, so that then we can actually get over the line. I would like that. Commander X Goon Rain, why does he have that? Yeah, we're 3 people out. I think all of this music is going to get me copyrighted. Commander X Goon Rain gets you permabanned from the channel. And we're over 100 now. Thank you very much to all the people that contributed. Exclamation mark stop player hate at Hunter. I want that one banned. I want that one out. Hey, Ben. I've been loving Zach's cop stories, by the way. I haven't been talking much in the chat because I've been asleep during the day and distracted. But keep slaying my queen. Slay queen. Thanks, Norris. But yeah, I've been loving Zach's cop stories to death. Well, the thing is, Marky, I'm yet to be re-educated. Hello, Malok Walker. Hunter's smallest fan, exclamation mark love Hunter. Hospice care Hunter. Awesome. And Ben is dead. Wonderful. Zach's cop stories are unreal so far. I mean, it's only his first week, bro. Like, he's definitely done for. By the way, you have rerun in stream? What do you mean by that? What do you mean? The rerun tag is not on right now. What do you mean, Thenoris? I'm confused. Visor, thanks for the 8 months.
Oh,
Wait, no.
Yeah, you're right.
8 months, 12 months. I still don't know how this works. They've been subscribed for 8 months. They've resubscribed for 12 months. I think that means that you just bought a year of sub. Can you clarify that for me, Visor? Did you just pay for a year of recurring tier 1 subscription, which I'm going to get trickle fed to me month to month to month or something? How does that work? What just happened? Welcome back, though. Thank you very much. Thanks for the 8 months. Your description says rerun? What? Where is my description, Thenoris? Because the checkbox for rerun is like unchecked, you know? On. Is this a rerun? No, Jelly Mesa. Don't let Hunter lie to you. This is a rerun. I would not lie to my loyal viewers. Oh no, it's because I have rerun in my tags. My tags are English, comfort streamer, cozy, slop, viewer rewards, and rerun. I should put drops. Drops enabled. And drops.
Wait, is that Surma Jed? Is that Surma Jed's music I hear?
Done.
Surma Jed's coming on as well.
Big Book 12 has actually managed to come first with his AI picture. Congratulations, Big Book 12. What do you reward your viewers with? Time and affection, Bunnykins, in short. Big Book 12, first place.
It's so strange hearing professional hunter versus regular hunter.
It's so strange hearing professional hunter versus regular hunter. Am I being professional hunter or regular hunter right now? You tell me, AzerXCX. Thanks for the $1. I can't believe this is a rerun, not again. I've gotten so good at doing the reruns now, Haley, that it's like, people can no longer even tell. Affection, Capuchungus. Fucking nothing he rewards us with. I'm somewhat excited for the Untercast, says Unter's smallest fan. Oh. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, Dr. Suleiman Habib too has followed me. Did you make a new channel to Bandivate on the main? Exclamation mark sponsor. Thanks for the follow.
Like a grocery store. I would like a convenience store and I'd be okay, you
Mrs. Ramatra, come on.
Yeah, but you put it next to transfer.
It's so brain dead. You're addicted to Twitch accounts. Grow up.
Okay, right. Say that I9 goes down.
Looks like we're on the second game. Looks like once again they have loaded into the game without putting the overlay up for what the team names are. So that's a real difficult one for me because I don't know what the team names are. Bright Future and okay, so I know it's Cold Metal, LOL something or other, Bright Future, and one other. I think it's Bright Future versus Flexible. Easy to remember Flexible because of Bull Skunk. Exclamation mark, consume Hunter's organs as a first time chat. Good luck. Yeah, that's just that person has had their message deleted. Move the marbles, dickhead. My bad, bro. My bad. Congrats, Big Book. Wait, what do you think about the green screen, Ben? Wait, Ben, look in. I'll send you a video. I'll send you a video. You need to see what I've done to my fucking bedroom today, mate.
We'll never forget playing against the Mega True Fair Mercy.
Look at this. This is outrageous.
Definitely was a not fun time.
I put it in.
Way back in the
I
day.
put it in the Discord channel.
Struggling to get out of the spawn right now.
Oh, I don't have my Wi-Fi turned on. No wonder that shit is uploading so slow.
Yeah, I mean, just waiting there.
Do not sound me.
They're not looking for it.
You're not really expecting this one.
I love the marble VOD. Oh, no, I can move my webcam back over as well, actually. This
The entire way through.
belongs over here, right?
HB why not gonna be on the hog, which
It can actually stay on the left.
I expected a lot.
Yeah, we'll put it up here. It's fine.
But you see these off angles. Look at these off angles. I mean,
Hey, watch this video, Ben.
those are just brutal right now. You have the Fair Mercy pound you with
Look at the effort that I've gone to today to
NVHD,
marginally improve the quality of the stream.
on the Freya. Zenith, I mean, they're just thinking like, how do I get out of spawn here? Like, I need something. Like, because even if you hit the hook, maybe you get the punish. Finally, gonna get the punish. Forward place goes down off the hook, but Khaled gets hit.
Can you make your face cam bigger? It's too small. No.
One kill. We're gonna count these. Oh,
NVHD gets hit with the car. What? Okay, yeah, we're playing.
Green screen. Wait, it's not real. No, it's real. I'm inside Orange's mouth. Sorry, I don't know why I said green screen. Do you want me to lock in on the game or just keep not really paying attention and kind of doing nothing?
2 deaths on 4 so far. Zenith really
That lamp clutch is def's the difference maker. I mean, it actually is like really, I think, important for the green screen. Like, let me turn off the lamps and let's see what happens.
things off.
It actually has no impact whatsoever. I think the lighting is better for my face with it, but you know, 2 lamps off, 2 lamps on. I guess we'll never know. If it gets too hot, I'll turn them off. You're the best blue collar streamer. Exclamation mark, do nothing, Hunter. You gonna be on broadcast to CX today? Yeah, we're doing the last 2 games. The games are like actually just 1-to-1 copies of what was on yesterday, I want to say. I should have gone to Fortress. Yeah, but I don't live at Fortress. Why's my own channel? Because I'd save his channel up. Here are the games though. So you can see we're doing Bright Future versus Flexible and then Cold Metal versus Lalarius. And like, we quite literally did Bright Future versus Flexible yesterday, and then we did Cold Metal versus Lalarius. So if you feel like you're seeing double, that is because there are actually 4 crusties on the screen right now. And because of the way that the GSL bracket works, well, for one, chicken jockey, because Ben's said that in the chat and I'm morally obliged to repeat it. And second, because of how GSL works, we just have to do these. Nice ad block. Yeah, looks like my ad block is not on this Chrome profile. So that's insane that I'm actually getting an ad for Adobe Acrobat in 2025. Pocket. Exclamation mark, coach SSG Hunter. Yeah, good luck with that one, LeBron. So for once, the game's a rerun, but Hunter isn't. I think what the main broadcast realized is that rerunning is so effective, they might as well rerun all of the fixtures too. I think these fixtures from today are reruns as well. Like Zenith Force might have happened yesterday as well. Hello, good Doctor 2. I think install Brave Hunter. I have Brave for the reruns, but not for these. Oh, not for the reruns, but like when I want to listen to it, I use this, and when I don't want to listen to it and I want to use it to like just play while I'm streaming, I'll use Brave. Nuclear, congrats, ban for stroking me. Anybody here? Anybody here remember when we used to skunk it all night long? I'm dancing with death with that one. That's I might actually pay an iron price for that message. If they had an underskin, I could only play one-handed. Good luck. Gender bend was a 600 second. The main broadcast won't let me type anything from my ult. It's probably because you've got like monitored suspicious user detection or something, you know? Like Twitch has like alt protection for when you make a suspicious account. So it's probably that. Like sometimes you get banned and then you make a new account and go back to the same channel. I think instantly you get filtered automatically. Like they don't even have to do anything. Hello again, Kobe Copter 24. Ben, have you seen this? If you're still here, have you seen that there's a new guy chatting in my channel with the name Kobe Copter 24? Like, you actually cannot make this shit up. Yeah, I thought you'd be permit too for what you've been doing, for what you've been saying, but it can happen. What did you expect, Hunter's Gimp? You all got shot all night long. You're my comfort. They killed C Twinko W. Tickle? That's a dangerous one. Wait, someone Ajax? That's nice. Why did I see Toby as in Soul Dynasty and Fusion Toby? Is he coaching one of these Saudi teams right now? Are you kidding me? Toby Overwatch. He's moved to Marble Rivals, so I feel like you're lying to me. Unless he's currently on a team. He's blood type A. Where's Toby? Am I being lied to? You got permabanned? Lots of you got banned. Saudi guy called Toby is in an LCQ team. Good night, Ben. You want to no iconics, no. Maximize me. Minimize me. Does anybody feel like playing more marbles? I kind of feel like I could play more marbles. Thanks for that redeem. That was a good redeem. I got Wrenchman banned from Twitch. And then Wrenchman took responsibility for his actions. What? No way. You are... You have got to be kidding me. You feel like you want to flatten me? I mean, you can try to flatten me in the main channel, but I reckon that trying to flatten me will have... Who would win in a wrestling match between Xavier, Anta, Avast, and Avril? Avril would definitely win. Avril's like 300 pounds. Avril is like he is a big boy. Like, he is fucking huge. He would definitely win. It wouldn't even be remotely competitive. Marbles, now. Play, everybody. Invite Hunter to the cookout. Appreciate that. And wait is a 600-second timeout. That's awesome. This chat is awesome.
Options of sort of silver casing you can put on to take down the monster. It's unfortunately just you gotta slog it through, and that's where Force is gonna have the advantage because there just isn't anything that looks like.
Oh, hello, Gala. Hey, why did you guys get to do a jersey swap with the Fear X guys? Oh, Zempic is a permaban? No, my smallest fan! Why'd you guys get to do a jersey swap with the Fear X guys? That looked sick. Did they just like think, you know what, you've come back so many times, have a fucking jersey. GGVP. I don't know, we had to do that. Let's play the marbles. Zempic is crazy to permaban over. I know, right? Oh. Am I getting a built-in ad? Like, these people don't realize that like 50% of this entire EWC stream is advertising. Like, I know what I'd like to swap and it's not jerseys. That's nice. The good doctor is in. Gadrian02. I want to see Gadrian02 typing in the main channel. Hello, I'm the smallest fan. Can we get some Prash 2s in the chat? I would like some Prash 2s in the chat. Exclamation mark goon? I'd keep that away from the OWCS main channel chat. Dangerous work. Oh my god, Prash! You can see the impact the Prash 2s are having on his performance right now as he hoons ahead. What's that? Commander X Chris Slide. Awesome. keep boosting Prash. Keep boosting Captain Prash. He's pumping right now. He's actually pumping. I just heard Xavier in the background. Slay Queen. I think my webcam's a bit off kilter. Oh, well.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Oh, how we missed you.
What have I missed? What's for skinny?
Nobody's been getting skinned, and the bans have slowed down in the main channel. I think Captain Prash is about to win this marbles race, though.
Oh, Brashy in his race car.
He was doing so well until the end, but now he's just another one of the boys, I'm afraid. Because people stopped writing Prash 2 in the chat. Yeah. Good ride up until the finish, old Prashy. Iconics has a bois picture. Awesome. Awesome. Braven has some sort of gaming for hope gaga slop. Like that is really online, Braven. Like that is a profile picture that is like not accessible to the average.
It's a niche. It's a niche.
Yeah. That's a bois. That's a bois. Is that bois? It's not working. Why did I type it wrong? What have I done wrong? Paste it. Yeah, that's right. Salam Habibi.
What map are we on?
Midtown?
What? Sorry, what number?
Oh,
two.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh fuck! This is. Oh, we might have to fucking do a thing.
What, like our jobs?
Yeah.
Why?
Anyone want to cover me today?
Why do we have to do our jobs, sorry? Have we received a ping or something? No.
No, I'm just if this is on map 2 already.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it, dude. Like, when it happens, it happens. Marbles off the screen, please. Sorry, sir. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we can do our jobs eventually. Hello, C-Tones. Long time no see. I miss Thomas Wilson OW.
A lot more respect from Thomas Wilson. Always so polite.
Yeah. How come you haven't qualified for stage 2? We qualified for stage 2. Maybe you're thinking, oh my god, Mesopos is taking this pretty seriously from the looks of things. As he rocket jumps over the top. Is this a rerun of one of the games that was like a 300-0 yesterday?
Yep. Zenith have a team of plat players, if you remember from my voice message.
It's not the voice message that I remember from you from yesterday, unfortunately. I remember a forwarded voice message that was way funnier. So that's all that's stuck in my head for the day.
Same guy.
Yeah.
Different message.
Just... This is an insane game, actually. I need to be released. I'm falling asleep. How do I wake myself up?
I've made myself a coffee.
Have you
considered
another one? I've had so many coffees. Why is a plat team in the LCQ? Because if you could make it to Riyadh and sign up with 5 players, you could be in the LCQ. They had 16 slots and they filled 14 of them. So
all you needed was 4 friends.
Yeah, quite literally.
Have anyone here got 4 friends?
Yeah, the obstacle for the locals in Riyadh was that apparently they did not have enough people that have 4 friends to fill out 16 players. And I really don't know how it's possible given the Saudi League's brackets fill out so much. Like, Like, there's so many Saudi E-Leagues teams. Like, I have no idea why some of them didn't come here, to be honest. Why is this being recorded? For the love of the game, Kairos. If it makes you feel any better, some of the upcoming games, the ones that Xavier and I are going to cast, I don't know if I would go as far as to say barn burners,
Don't say it.
but...
You're going to jinx it. You're going to jinx it.
That too, Thonoris. That too.
Sat there, altered, and they just stopped. He didn't even drop the artillery shells on himself. He dropped it on the way back to spawn.
Oh, the nano pin with the sleep on Khaled. I mean, that's just nasty. I mean, it's just nasty.
I feel so bad for these guys. They actually just have the short end of the stick for every game that they have to cast.
Their stick is quite short.
But at the end of the day, they'll actually like be able to live with a short stick, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, if I was them, they would probably should have... What you need to do is you need to try and swap your stick for a longer stick.
Yeah, I mean, I think you should just get in contact with the powers that be and see if they can lengthen your stick for you, because you can't seem to get the stick lengthened yourself.
Ask for a little helping hand.
Yeah, you know, like when you draw straws and then you draw the short straw, so then you talk to the straw drawing man and you're like, hey, can we swap? It's classic stick theory, really. Do you want to entertain the kids for a while I go and make my 5th cup of coffee for the day that started at 4 p.m?
Yeah, I can.
I think I need to scream. Screaming could wake me up. I'm a little worried about knocking over my screen as well.
Your setup is precarious.
It's really close to me from behind. I don't know, like, how people do the green screen thing normally. Maybe they usually have, like, bigger green screens or something. Maybe my green screen is, like, not that big.
Yours has to be quite close to fill the frame, right?
It has to be extremely close. Like my camera's closer than normal, and everything's close. I don't know.
Close it in.
Yeah, the walls of Jericho. All right, you take it away, mate. I'm out of here.
I'm taking it.
I mean, at least we get some hype moments in Aura. You know, I mean, anime fans, you can respect that. If you're an anime watcher, you know you love hype moments in Aura, don't you? We got to see that with some shatters. We got to see some death blossoms, some bastion jumping. I mean, that's really what
my version of entertainment is sit here quietly.
I mean, we even have a hype moments in Aura caster later today. We have Hunter.
Let's have a moment's peace.
This gameplay.
As Hunter fades from existence.
It's all about the hype moments and the explosions of the dinosaurs. We're not here for the plot. There's no writing here at all. No.
That's true.
We're watching the Bastions fly over the top of trains to jump on top of and land on top of rams.
You're gonna hear like the guitar riff fade in. Shia LaBeouf gonna yell.
You can't force me to talk.
Because remember, this is the Blizzard IP branded Transformers. I think this is in this particular universe.
True. I want to see 4.
Why didn't Hattie's team go LCQ? No idea. I just heard they pulled out.
And then
Exclamation mark, pull out of Hunter.
Responds with
that. You know what? That is a bold bit of prediction / wishes there. Is you want to see them go to the point, and you want to see Xena do something.
And now I've been flattened. Great.
Yep.
Loving that one for you. But they are going to be on Zin, so we have a little Zin Weaver.
Wanting to see Xena do something, I think, is really.
So they just need a single tick. Great. This is going to be a quickie. Fuck, I need to down this coffee and put my shirt on.
And then now they get to walk in here for choke for free. I9's going to go down. Toby going to be next. So the Zin battle has been won. Okay, Khaled gets the pick. They do have the Reinhardt here. You are holding, but unfortunately, I don't think Zenith are going to hold. Zenith are not going to be holding.
Try and flatten in the main chat. No way flatten gets you banned. Grow up. I reckon flatten's fine. Oh my god, I've actually got 2 pings. I've not read them. Fuck. I'm going to have to put a shirt on.
With full mythics across the board. Yeah, how many shatters did bro land here? Like,
wait, I gotta see the hype moments. Gotta see the hype moments in Aura coming out. No, I'm not seeing the hype moments. In Aura. They won't let me see the hype moments in Aura, unfortunately. Yeah. But 2-0 now available. We're doing some practice fist bumps for the camera.
Nearly off-brand milk. Don't fondle me.
Play of the match clip there that requires parental guidance, and well, I don't think your parents hear about.
I watched the Cold Metal game, not to distract everyone with Overwatch talk, but.
Which is why there's a whole lot of wholesome fist bumps. The big hearts that we saw
yeah, TFW are just way better. Better players, better team. Streets ahead, honestly. Thank you for the firm handshake. I appreciate it.
that we have one player that maybe I thought that was like they're good here. This is Cam Frozen, but they're just locked in.
Would you love me if I was a worm? I would only love you if you were a worm. No way you got permaed for Goon Squad.
You see a Bastion, see a Ryan. You do not see that incredibly often, especially with the engages that were occurring here.
They should have played Bastion. I think they should have gone Bastion.
Yeah, they should have.
We'll go Bastion off.
Alright, fuck.
Really gross stuff that we saw
Hate having to drink coffee quickly.
Look at that, and then Nano
into the pin, and like the Nano not even required, but just to make a statement, it's like, you know what, we're gonna even Nano this pin for no reason. Just, it'll be fun. And it was.
It was fun. It was fun. I mean, I can't deny that. Can't deny that we had a little bit of fun with it.
How much for coaching?
And it's just sometimes how it goes.
It's normally $50, but for you, C-Tones, $80.
You're gonna see some disparities. It is just like the horse drawing meme. You know, one half of it is like drawn really well, and the other half it's kind of just like hand doodles and scribbles, and it's the nature of a group stage here, especially in the LCQ. And I think also teams should walk away from it. They got some good experience. They got to play against a better team. It's really important. And what you're saying something?
It's Hollywood rules, you know. Anything, as much violence as you want, as much abuse, but as soon as you get even remotely sexual, no chance.
Take us to a brand new map where teams are not going to be practice on, so that we can at least see that and maybe just cause a little bit more chaos. But honestly, I mean, going to a new map is not going to change your Overwatch fundamentals. It's not like you're going to forget how to shoot just because you're a new map, but it'll at least be a new map that we get to go to and have a little bit of look at as a bit of a preview for the World Cup in terms of Atlas being in the map pool for the first time.
Yeah, and Atlas, I mean, obviously, like we talked about, we've seen it a little bit in some of the promotion relegation. We have not seen it at all, really, for the LCQ. So going to be fun to see for the first time here. And we talked about how chaos can be a benefit to teams that maybe have.
So no sexual coaching is also $50. Yeah, also $50.
We're like a minuscule amount of chaos. We need like a black hole opening.
What do you want, Panda?
Level of chaos to maybe like,
I mean,
you know, kind of change it up a bit more from this result. Because
I'm reading it now.
Not looking incredibly favored.
Also, the ones doing all the chaos. I mean, they were the ones like putting through all the Bastion.
Yeah.
Doing the Ryan stuff, and that was unbelievably chaotic actually. And well, they kind of just dominated. Bans are going to be Anna and Adventure, so Force will be banned away.
I just responded to you.
Heroes that they actually got playing. And Adventure being banned away from Zenith. I don't really think we were going to see the Adventure anyway. I don't even know what the good heroes are on this map. I guess we'll find out.
Sorry for spamming. I forgive you. Who's the best North American team? It's GK. It's GK right now.
This will be a meta-defining series.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back.
You.
People are gonna go in Overwatch University. The professors will be like, everyone, pay attention. Right now, we have Zenith and Force playing today. We're gonna take this classic VOD. Let's review the tape, and that's gonna define the meta for the rest of history.
I think 9K and Junkbuck are watching.
I hope Hunter's back soon so I can put my shirt on.
What do we do? What do we do here? I want to see what Force is in.
I just saw a flash. Did we all just see the flash of Hunter's shirt?
I mean, 9K, I mean, he's definitely taking notes because, like, wait a minute, they're not playing Stalker.
For everything he has in life, he doesn't seem to have a steamer or an iron.
None of us will be playing Stalker. So, I mean, overall, just across the board, just some shared intel, perhaps.
Ropper's taking notes. Like, what is Mesopos playing? Bastion? Or right there. I'm going to play that one too. We'll bring that one up against Lip a little bit later on. As, I think I remember Lip actually playing a Bastion last year. In a Crazy Raccoon versus
How much for coaching? Honestly, it's technically $50, but I'm not sure I can be bothered to do it anymore.
It was one of those last-minute overtime spawn picks that you're just trying to confuse your opponents on. That's what happened. That was on Gibraltar, fun fact.
Can I mention oiled up during the main channel cast? If the situation presents itself.
I had to itch my shin so bad there, Avril. So, you know, it's just one of those caster moments. You got to stand still when you're getting the itch. And be like,
Steam is necessary. Yeah, I've steamed my shirts.
I'm letting you guys in behind the scenes that I had to scratch my shin there.
It's well known that your shin appears in your upper body, such that you would definitely be seen with your shin in your upper body.
Well, I'm leaning down.
Well, that's what I was meant to do. Fuck, hold on, lock in me.
You're going to see the movement.
What you guys don't know is Avast is about 8 feet tall, and so he has to lean really far down to reach his shin, because his shin is low. It's low.
Yeah, it's quite a distance for me. I mean, there's different.
Oh, why does my Overwatch always crash?
Deal with moving between them, and it's just part of the.
Is GK better than Toronto, as in last year's Toronto?
Obviously, the map has been
probably not.
It's going to be Atlas.
It's close though.
OWCS, look at this one. First point, very interesting. A lot of high ground, circling a very small amount of low ground where you actually do the cap. And well, Force is going to come through with a Maug comp. And honestly, if they play Malga, they're probably just gonna win anyway. So,
Are we in Amalga
Are we
meta?
in Amalga meta? I think we're in whatever
Are
meta
we?
Force decides we are in. Whatever meta Force decides to put us in is the meta that we're in.
Because I mean, Zenith comparatively, they're just playing a little bit of this damage boost mercy hit scan, but
Who's on GK now? So it's like it's the old Nightmare boys. So it's Kufa, Admiral, UV,
chase it on down here, and
Lethal,
like you said,
and
Mr. Force
Wimone.
says, I think is gonna go. And right now, Mr. Force is saying we are going to be playing some Malga replay.
Fuck, why do the replays still always crash? Surely,
We're gonna
which
be
one of you guys is responsible for the
a train
replays?
station, or is this a bus station? Is it confirmed lore-wise what type of station this is? It's not an
It's a hype
airport.
station.
A hype
Whoever is
station.
in charge of it, you need to have another look at it.
It's where it's really produced all the hype.
Nuclear and Blade, you both work
All
there?
the hype is made in the
Yeah,
hype
can you...
Giga factory.
Honestly, guys, get on it.
Run by Elon Hype. You see here another engage going on through there for the Malga. As Zenith just getting cleaned up here, the Malga just running through them. Force gonna have, coming up.
Oh, Willie,
And
he says.
first point definitely going their way.
Many such cases.
Checking the crystal ball, I'm hearing something from the spirits, Avril, and the spirits are telling me that it's very possible.
No, don't listen
that
to
the other two
Blade.
is gonna go
I only really know
Oh.
who Blade is because JK tweets about it all the time, and
I demand we get a full tour.
in my head, that's an indictment.
What's next? Is it garden? Fun fact: there are many gardens.
I'm seated.
That is
on
quick
server-
fact
You're
of the
seated.
I'm seated. No, not seated. People.
Exclamation mark seated.
Do not seat me.
Jungle is a garden.
How did you do that, wrench man? That was 20 bits. That feels like a good use of 20 bits.
I mean, back in the day,
Thank you.
Excelsior had
Looks like I've moved the thing ever so slightly, and there's a gap in the corner now.
Just a single flower.
They can zoom in and figure it out.
I mean, a flower by any other name. is just
Cool.
I think that's the quote.
We're done here.
Oh, wait, there it was. The Reaper emote comes on out. Super's gonna love that one. They do hold on to.
We're almost on, right?
Goes a little deep.
There.
Hunter is pregnant. No, his stomach just looks like that.
I'm just a fat fuck, you know. How many paying dividends are you going to be using today? I mean, I've asked her to use my dividends line, so not sure. Are there any preparatory
Easy for
documents? Are there any preparatory documents that I should have up today? Maybe I should have your sheet up or something.
Maybe get away, but
Yeah, I've not super updated it, but we
I mean, there's
talked
like,
about all the stuff.
yeah, I mean, we
earlier.
already talked about it. I've already seen the games, but I've already forgotten. So like,
Yeah, what if one
first game is Bright Future versus.
and buy stadium items?
Can I change what's on here?
Would that make this game?
Yeah.
Do we have no information on Lularius? Is that true?
okay.
Okay, let me put that one up.
I'm looking at it now.
That's our second. That's our
They're
second.
the Diva team. They failed in the push pull and the macro.
Wait, another.
Can I just
Yeah,
move?
so we
Can I
have to
move
vote
cold metal off here and go?
They've actually won the fight.
Yeah.
I'll just put these two up.
I thought they had.
There's like no information filling out for Lularius for some reason. I swear there was shit there yesterday.
And I feel like if we hyped them
Am I
up-
tripping?
It might just be roster. Hold on. Let me.
I swear that's not the roster. I don't remember casting Majid yesterday, but maybe I actually have AIDS.
I'm just gonna say, maybe.
You did cast Magic yesterday.
Okay,
Some of the
that's-
players are named slightly differently as well. I
Yeah.
think. I think Cloud and Koala are the DPS.
What's the next point?
No, isn't this the team with 666? Like,
No, I think we can actually do that. So what you would do? Okay, let me write that one down.
oh no, it's because Lularius is the team that was playing against Cold Metal, right? It's flexible that I'm thinking
Yeah.
of. That's why I'm smoking crack. Okay, yeah, okay, that's
Oh, yeah,
fine
You
then.
should put that down.
Yeah.
Cora plays, gonna get just gonna, break it apart. You would think an honorable Reinhardt player.
Thank you, Nuclear.
Would not interfere, but unfortunately they did.
This looks fine though. This looks fine to me.
And one team
I think I'm gonna take away the Ange now.
The other one just doesn't. The other one just plays
Get that ready,
Overwatch.
because we're probably gonna have to get into this.
So what is the?
Fuck, I just got
appeal
pinged.
of-
Yeah, we got the ping. It's time. All right, everybody. See you later.
First cap has gone the way of
Okay. Yep.
The appeal
Locking
is
him.
the
Right back.
typical J3 video, one Grandmaster versus 5. Choose whatever low rank you want.
Be quiet, Avril. Be quiet.
just because they've earned the right. As we are ticking into 90%
What
here,
point
which
are we
means we're
on?
getting close to the end of the series. I mean, it's
purple one?
it's done.
It's the purple one.
It's
This
the
is
purple
called
one.
Bizarre.
It's the purple one.
Yep, I even learned the
Yes.
name. We didn't see much of it because I think 90% of the fights actually took place off the point. We got the initial cap, and then we just started running around into the alleyways, hands off the keyboard. Mom, look, no hands.
Caught. I love it. I love the
vibes on the team.
The spirit, the attitude. Yes, I'm loving that. At the very least, it was obviously a little lopsided in terms of the results, but they appeared to have fun with it, and I had some fun too. I hope you did too, Avril.
Not as much fun as Toby had. Multiple kills there, solo beated. And we got to see Atlas for the first time. Mostly we saw the streets of Atlas. We didn't get to see many other points. We did get to explore the streets. It does unfortunately mean that we're not going to see the last 2 points of Atlas, which I think is the town square. It's the old-timey looking point, and the resort, the extremely not old-timey looking point.
So those squads obviously wrapping up on the stage, and unfortunately for Zenith, they are now going home. It is done for them, so it is going to be Force advancing in this qualifying match. They've made it through, and Zenith going to be going on home. But I think overall, for teams that maybe for the point of the LCQ is like anyone could come up, anyone could show up and just kind of play against some solid teams and better opponents, some internationally recognized teams. And I think that's the situation that we had there. Take a look at some of the replays. That's going to be a water bottle flip replay.
Ooh.
Looking real clean with it.
Did he hit? Did he hit the water bottle flip?
No,
Okay.
He did not hit it, unfortunately. But you got to practice. You got to practice, got to improve, got to put in the hours.
See, hard mode water bottle flip is when you have no water in it. And it's just, at that point, it's a coin flip.
You're just flipping the plastic bottle itself.
It doesn't have to be plastic. It could be any material. Just saying.
Could be any bottle. I guess that's fair. I mean, I feel like it would be easier. But it gets easier, in fact, if you have like a metal water bottle, because you have more weight to kind of like distribute to like easier, to do the balance. I feel like plastic because of the lightness of it.
It'll bounce when it hits.
Yeah,
right?
and any sort of wind
for sure.
resistance, anything like that, gonna mess it up a bit. You have to do some kinematic equations overall for it. So, I mean, we can do more of that. You can check us out on the physics podcast that we run. So you can do more calculations there on the water bottle problem. We call it the two body problem there.
Why? Because there's two people. Is that what that reference
Yeah,
is?
that's why. There's two people. Yeah.
And we have speaking of twos, we have two teams now qualified through after those games. It is Invaders coming through from Group A, and then in Group B we have Force. So Invaders will be up against Falcons tomorrow in their quarterfinal, and for Force they'll be up against Zeta Division. So that'll be a couple of exciting games for us tomorrow, Vast. But for now, today, I want to sign off and hand it off to Group C and D. So don't go anywhere. More LCQ happens right after this break.
This land is calling. This land is calling.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the last chance qualifier for Overwatch 2 here at the Esports World Cup. My name is Commander X and I am joined by Hunter to cover the back end of the action here on Decider Day, because there's still two groups left, Groups C and D. We saw Groups A and B earlier, and it was Invaders and Force both repeating their results of yesterday to secure their spot in Phase 2 in that single elimination playoffs. But we got Group C and D coming up now, Max.
Exactly right, Xavier. Now we have Group C, and it is going to be a rematch between Bright Future and Flexible. Yesterday, we saw this matchup take place, and it was a 3-0, but there were consistent signs of life for Flexible. It felt as if they were ever so close to cracking the code and turning the series around. So it's really going to be a matter of seeing whether or not they can come back today and make some of the key adjustments required to turn it around for them.
It's one of the great things about the GSL format, having these groups split into a double elimination bracket. What it means is teams get a chance for a rematch, a chance for revenge, a chance to adapt and overcome. And Flexible are going to be in that situation coming up next, and then Hilarious are going to find themselves in a very similar looking boat later on in Group D.
That's exactly right, Xavier. The thing about this match is very much a case of adjustment. Already we've seen the match, and it's just going to be a case of seeing whether they can make these adjustments.
We can take a look at some of our groups now to keep you updated in the bracket, because we are making our way. It's the conclusion of Phase 1 today, which means we're going to have our final 8 teams for that single elimination bracket tomorrow. So we can take a look and see the progress that the teams have made, because it's all to play for. It's quite literally life or death, Max.
It's true. Everything is now on the line. Groups A and B have already been wrapped up. All that remains is C and D for us to spectate here. And who remains now that Groups A and B have been finished up, Xavier?
So Bright Future and Flexible are the last 2 teams decided, or to decide between themselves. Bright Future were the team that if you tuned in towards the end of yesterday, you would have seen them go in head-to-head with Vision. Here we can take a look at Group A, though, and that's confirmation. TKO, they got closer than they did last time, but still not enough to stop Invaders, who will get that spot in tomorrow's Phase 2. They are obviously going to be up against Falcons tomorrow, so I guess today was actually the easy one. Falcons tomorrow, not a whole lot to envy about that.
No, not a whole lot to envy going up against Falcons in any round of the bracket, to be honest. This is a team that we're very much expecting to make it all the way through to the grand finals. You can see here in Group B, Falcons, they blitzed right through the bracket on day 1, and Zenith versus Force, where Force made pretty easy work of Zenith to advance through to Phase 2.
And their prize for advancing out of Group B is to, of course, play Zeta Division in the next round, so also a tough fixture for them. Here's where we're going to start, though. Group C, Vision Esports scraped their way through that 5-mapper yesterday, sending Bright Future down to fight for their lives again against Flexible. And these teams going to play off today, the winner of which will play the winner of Group D, which was TFW.
That's right. The winner here for Group D, we're also going to see Hilarious and Cold Metal playing a little bit later. TFW already qualified through. Hilarious versus Cold Metal. Again, this is a matchup that we saw yesterday, and again, going to be a similar story of really going to be whether or not Hilarious will be able to make adjustments from yesterday, figure out what was going wrong versus Cold Metal, and turn it around here as it is another repeat match.
That previous series between Hilarious and Cold Metal, there was trading of maps. It did seem like a bit of a scrap, so I think there's real legs in that one in terms of a potential upset for Hilarious if they can fix a few of the key problems. But we'll get to that when we get to that, and there's no need to rush. Bright Future and Flexible is coming up next, Max, so why don't you tell us a little bit about Bright Future?
Well, the thing about Bright Future is they're quite diverse in what they can play. They have a very flexible support line where we've seen Fakator played a very solid Lucio on multiple rush maps, but then also came to maps like Circuit Royale and was very adept at heroes like the Baptiste, had a deep pull for flex supports as well. But it's not just support line flexibility that gets this team over the line, Xavier.
No, not at all. They've had flexibility across the board. Khaled, even though he has been the star player on Genji, we've seen him tearing it up against Vision Esports on that. On the map that happened at the start of that series, the Oasis, that was off stream, was actually a Tracer that he played, and they won that map as well. So Khaled's pool may be a little bit deeper than the average Champ 3 Genji player, but a good option for Bright Future. We've seen Chaos flex around as well to a lot of different tanks, looking good on the Diva, looking good on the Hazard, even bits of Zarya, as well as, of course, Orisa and Ramattra, which are really just the bread and butter of the meta right now.
It appears that the Bright Future lads have a message for us. It's hidden on the phone lock screen. Unfortunately, I haven't got my spectacles on, so I will not be able to tell you what they are trying to communicate. Now we're going to take over a look at the Flexible lineup as well. You can see they've got nice little bulls on their jerseys as well. They're going for gold here. No messages to contribute to the camera, no phones. You can also see a couple of admins chopping it up in the back, and it appears that everybody is well and truly ready to get this match underway.
Nice jacket on the side of Flexible as well. So significant jacket gap as we come into this first one. Eyes on Bright Future, who, as we saw yesterday, one jersey short. So one jersey short versus one jacket. I don't like the odds.
I'd be deeply concerned about the jersey jacket paradigm that we see going into this series right now. You can see Bright Future, they were in the game. It didn't look paused either. You can see them walking around in spawn right now. So I'd have to imagine that we're just about to get this game underway. Doors soon to be opening. And really, I'm interested to see whether or not the Symmetra comes into play here, because Symmetra yesterday for Flexible on Koth looked like a real advantage for them. Looked like something where they had a bit of an edge. And if they can just adjust a few of their ult fights there, they might be able to turn this Koth into a bit more of a scrap than we saw last time.
Playing off either side of that key, which is of course what both teams are competing for, it's going to be Ram versus Ram in this. Bat Lucio versus Bat Lucio and Genji versus Genji. Sly going to take on the mighty Khaled. Cass versus Sojourn in all. 6 really was the star player for this Flexible lineup, but Ashbourne has just been deleted before it even starts. A huge slow at the choke, and it has deleted them here. Great start here for Bright Future.
Already Bright Future walking right over Flexible. Very difficult first fight for them. No Symmetra in play, actually. We are going to see 666 making the swap over to the Cassidy. There is a Genji in play for Sly, but honestly, off rip, needing to retake, really playing into Khaled's hands in a lot of ways as he's on the Genji, already playing forward and holding position. And Anbu is going to take down 666 early on in the piece, has a nice little off angle on the side and just gets the cast diff off that. Sly's going to trade Khaled though.
Still in this 4v4 if they want to keep playing, but separated after that pick. Sly will be an easy kill for Demi in the end, and they can maintain hold of this choke. They need to pick Khaled up from spawn though, but looks like with the slight ult advantage they have, Bright Future are going to be keen to try and use the ults here. The window, the annihilation behind Noon, all very close.
So many ultimates just around the corner for Bright Future, but they don't want to play slow and wait for them. They're already aggressing in the spawn of Flexible. You can see Ashbourne over to the Orisa right now. It's going to make things a bit more difficult for Chaos, but maybe a bit harder to push backline as windows exchanged in main, and 666 once again going to be the first to go down. Andre's going to catch Astra as well, and nothing seems to be going the way of Flexible at the moment. Sly finds a trade onto Picator, but Lucio will be back fast, and with no further trades, Bright Future remain in complete control, only spending one ultimate to clean up this fight.
Sly good for 1, but unfortunately Bright Future keep being good for 5, and 5 is bigger than 1 to this very day. Very early high noon from Ambu here to keep him in spawn. They're still in spawn, so they are just going to stay in the spawn. More time off the clock, and we're approaching last fight already for Flexible. They are struggling to get any ults online. It's going to have to be Sly potentially to get this one going with the Blade.
Yeah, Sly really does have to open this one up because everybody else on Flexible, they're a bit behind. The Blade is pulled. For Kato, I think he might have had his beat cancelled there. That could be an Ajax on map 1 here as Slide finds 2 kills. That is a huge fight win here for Flexible. You can see Chaos will trade Mysterious. That's going to slow down Flexible's advance a little bit, but that is a crucial Ajax. I think that was Ashbourne coming in with the spear, cancelling out the beat. Game-winning plays from the Flexible tank.
Huge swing of momentum here for Flexible, and it means they actually just get a 1-for-1 ult trade to retake what is one of the more difficult chokes. It's just a small door. Flexible, on the other hand, aren't going to hold as close as Bright Future were. They are backing it up to point now. They do have a beat to answer Khaled's Blade, and they even have a high noon to slow him down. Blade's coming out for Khaled now. Astro dies, but no chance to get the beat off. Khaled was all over him. High noon from 6 to try and turn it, but Terror Surge helps set up that kill. Still play a disadvantage as the annihilation comes through. Ashbourne is trying to disengage, trying to play his life, but they have to recontest quickly. Ashbourne is so low, fortified to try and stay alive around the corner, but no heals available. Chaos will clean this one up, and we are into desperate touch situation.
Oh, this is a very disparate situation, but Flexible, they do get the touch. Sly is behind, has the deflect as well to keep juggling on. Beat comes out from Astra in main. The touch continues. Astro's in a spot of bother, though, taking so much damage. Another touch is secured, but 2 members of Flexible go down. Mysterious has a window up, and it's matched by Demi. And in a 3v5, we're going to need a monumental clutch, and it doesn't seem like that's coming to fruition right now as Anbu cleans up the final kill in the fight. And Flexible, this feels like yesterday's series. Moments where they have real opportunities. They have clutch potential, but then they lose in these key moments. They lose when they have the beat drop available, and suddenly Bright Future are right back into it.
Talk about the 2 key players for Flexible here, and it is Sly and it is 6. These are the 2 players with the most experience, the ones who have played at the highest level previously. So it makes sense that they're going to have to rely on these 2 players in this situation, but need more from the rest of the team. These type of comps, it's a push-pull comp. It's about the macro. It's about the ult usage. Flexible, they need to come together more as a team here. while we've got a moment as well, just to keep everyone in the loop, it was a Freya ban coming up first from Bright Future, then a Kiriko ban to force for Baptiste here, coming back from Flexible.
I was really quite interested to see that Flexible weren't rolling out on the Symmetra for Control Center. Maybe they're going to stick it here on Night Market. No, they're going back to the Genji. I really thought that Symmetra looked like one of their strengths yesterday, but instead they're completely pivoting over to the Genji. Going to have to wait and see whether this pays off. Ashbourne actually going to take down Fakator early on in the piece, and 666 Old Faithful manages to find a kill onto Khalid as well. So that's a first fight win for Flexible on the books.
Adaptations here from Flexible. We saw them play a decent amount of the Sim yesterday and had a real hard time keeping that Sim alive in a lot of situations. Now, just on the Genji, they can play a more aggressive style. Astro can support Sly in a lot of these side positions, but Bright Future are wasting no time getting back into this. Chaos already swings wide, tries to drop a wall to isolate the Sojourn. Can't do it, though. Ashbourne and the team trying to back up to the point, but they lose 6. They lose Astro. They're just bleeding out. Sly's going to drop into trades, but it's too little, too late, and it will be a very easy retake for Bright Future in the end.
Oh heavens, is there a doctor in the house, Xavier? Because Khalid is going on an absolute rampage, and it looks like Flexible could do with some medical attention. A very easy retake for Bright Future, as Khalid just goes slicing and dicing through the Flexible lineup. Now you can see Chaos up on the high ground. This is a position where he must be displaced. He must be forced away. Looks as if he has dropped down into main, though, and he's just going to play behind a little bit. Flexible slowly jockeying for position over on the side. Chaos speared into the corner and actually taken down early, but 2 DPS trades.
3v3 right now, but tank advantage for Flexible. They can stabilize around their Orisa and start poking out. They need to help Mysterious, who's had to lamp himself in the corner. Astro trying to get back to him now, but can't. Ambu's going to take him on the way out. Ashbourne's still trying to fight this, but Sojourn, so difficult to hit in these situations, and they're just going to slow it down. Flexible, wait for 5, and have another crack.
5-man retake available. Demi's actually going to pop the window, matched by Mysterious on the objective. Downpour comes out from Chaos as well. Ashbourne's Fortify going to survive through that one. Flexible, they want to push back in. They've got this Terror Surge in the pocket. They want to make it work. No beat drops available as well. You can see Ashbourne committing so heavily for it. 666 going to clean up a kill onto Khalid, even though the Terror Surge looked a little bit lukewarm. Overclock in main from Ambu is going to be taken down by 666. And you know what? The Mark of the Beast coming in incredibly clutch right now as 666 cleans house.
Great fight there. Ashbourne really using that Terror Surge more just to live than anything else, but it works out perfectly. It sets up 6-6-6-6 to get all those kills, and they are right back in this one. A much more even matchup on Night Market. Now they are going to hold close. It's going to be Beat versus Beat, Blade versus Blade. So all going to be about which Lucio can counter it out better as these Blades come in. Khaled's going to leap over the top already.
Oh, Khaled!
Early damage. Damage onto it, goes through. Beat's going to come out. Astro hits the Beat first. Vacator still has one of his own. He's still holding on to this Beat. He's coming back to the team. He's going to drop it now, but it's too late for Chaos. 6 gets the kill. Vacator was on the flank, I think, so not in position for that ult trade. Now Overclock from 6, looking to finish the job. It's only a 1-player advantage as Bright Future get out to coast. Looking for more here. Can't find the connect on the Genji. Has to slide forward. Takes the low HP BAP instead. Will confirm that kill and Flexible. They close it out.
Oh, Fakator's having a very rough run with the beat drops in this series. Ajaxing on Control Center, and now an absolutely slow-cooked ultimate for Night Market. So late before Chaos goes down. Flexible now, they're in last fight territory. They win this one, they could close it all out. But Sly, he's gone down to Khalid alone on the coast. Bright Future, they've worked in on the side. They're already pressuring the flip, in fact, and somehow it's all falling apart for Flexible. They're fighting up in main. They might find a trade onto the Sojourn, but they flip the point.
Terror Surge to try and turn it. He's committing for the kills, but no kills come out from that Terror Surge. They windowed as well for it. They threw everything into those kills, but got none of them. Deflect from Khaled to survive, but wait, 6 is back. Astro's back. Player advantage now for Flexible. A chance to get onto point. They're pushing the Baptiste. Demi is in all sorts of trouble trying to jump over that one. But Ambu with a little peek. Nails for shot 2. Window back onto point now. Lots of damage onto Ashbourne. They can tiptoe back onto this deny the flip. Bright Future looking for more. Big spear off. He can't slide back on. Ashbourne with another clutch spear, and they are right back into this, but no, Chaos has found value with the downpour off screen, and they will be able to close it out. And they had control of a point. Bright Future, they didn't get the flip max. The touch is so hard.
Oh, the absence of a flip is absolutely game losing for Flexible. I'm not sure that they're even going to secure the touch. You can see Astro on the low ground desperately trying to roll out, but Chaos is there to mark it. Sly can't get the touch. And that's going to be Bright Future taking map 1. Feels so similar to yesterday's series, Xavier. So many glimpses of brilliance for Flexible. But time and time again in these clutch moments, Bright Future, they edge them out. 666, a shining star for the roster. Crucial picks in the neutral. High value overclocks. But still, it just winds up not being enough.
Important distinction with some of the decision making with how Bright Future were playing that. You saw them invest a lot of resources into Khaled, as they often do, having Fakator follow him around, pocket him onto the side position. So basically a 3-2 formation, 3 people in main, with Lucio Genji on the flank. On Night Market in particular, you can pressure the point quite easily from that flank. So that's what they were investing resources into. When they were taking that Beat Blade trade, this is a little bit rough because your Lucio is not really in position to beat the whole team effectively. They have to do a bit of speeding to get there, as we saw with Chaos dying before that beat came out. But in the neutral especially, you can see the value of it. You saw them getting that early kill on their retake right after that. That one worked perfectly for them. And the beauty of doing a fight like that, where you retake just through a pick in the side fight and you start pressuring the point, is it's cheap. You don't have to get into this big ult trade. Invariably, the longer the ult trade, the more ults that are invested, the team holding the point, especially on control, benefits more, because at the end of the day, it's a game about standing on the point.
It is a very objective-based game, Xavier. You're right. I was once told by a very great coach who now has the privilege of coaching at EMEA that Overwatch is a push and cart game. Apparently on payload, that is the name of the game. But objective is always essential. You can drag players away from the fight in main. You can drag them away from their strongest positions by touching the point, by leveraging the flip. And you can see how the absence of objective play really came back to bite them, as they could not win a fight, clean up the cap at the same time. Instead, the scrap continues, and Bright Future, they're able to just keep on trading it out, and suddenly it's an incredibly difficult situation in the final touch. I'm very interested to see how the series is going to progress, though, because it feels as if Bright Future really got to play what they wanted on map 1. They got to play their Genji, they got to play their ground tanks. So what are we expecting for map 2?
It's obviously going to be the choice of flexible here. I wouldn't be surprised if they shift it a little bit. I think when we've looked at Bright Future, the Orisa Kiri Lucio has really been, or in this case the BAP Lucio, but these type of Orisa Lucio comps have been the strength of Bright Future. So I expect them to take it somewhere different afterwards.
That's right. We should see something different, but now we're going to take a quick break and then we'll get right back into the action shortly.
I stepped into a realm of wonders where the sun kisses the sea. Two worlds inspired by each other. Two worlds making one. This land is calling, Saudi Red Sea.
Welcome back. Bright Future have taken the lead as they did yesterday, but now flexible with a chance to change the matchup, to change the direction, and it seems like that's exactly what they want to do, because they picked Gibraltar here, Max.
Exactly right, Xavier. We're over to Gibraltar, and we've seen a real bit of a change up here. We see Diva and Genji bans coming out. No surprise to see a Genji ban targeted against Khaled. We know an incredibly potent, the Champ 3 Genji of the region. but a Diva ban in response from Bright Future. Interested to see how much this shuts down Flexible's plan for this dive-heavy map. This is obviously going to take us away from the Orisa, away from the ground tanks that we saw so much of on Lijiang Tower, and with the Genji ban coming out as well, that's one of Bright Future's best heroes taken out of play.
It certainly is. I can really get behind the Diva ban because this means probably going to be a Hazard Mirror, something we've seen Chaos find a lot of value with, so it seems to make enough sense for Bright Future. And normally, I'm often described as an agreeable young man, am I not, Max? But on this occasion, I'm going to have to disagree because we banned the Genji here from Flexible, which of course is a great hero for Khaled. But actually, on Gibraltar, I feel like this is one of the maps where heroes like Tracer can really be higher value anyway. I'm not convinced this is the greatest Genji map. So I don't know if they potentially wasted this ban. Maybe it would have been better served in that first game. I guess it was protected, so they can't. But I don't know if there was a better map to try and ban the Genji than this one.
I definitely see the vision there, Xavier. It really makes sense in the draft to occasionally take it to a map where it's no longer important for you to actually utilize a ban. Go to a map, for instance, where ground tanks are bad, and then you don't need to use a ground tank ban. Same applies here with the Genji ban versus the Tracer. As we were saying earlier, the Overwatch is a pushing cart game, and the reason Tracer is so good here on Gibraltar is because it's very difficult to control the objective on this map without a Tracer.
Very difficult indeed. We see Sly starting on that Tracer and will be mostly responsible for marking that car underneath. Wildness first corner is approached by Bright Future. Bright Future going to start on the Hazard as well, but they're starting with a Kiri Ilari here and a Freya Farah, so quite a shooty and spam heavy version of a comp, whereas Flexible, a more traditional dive looking comp.
Yeah, Flexible has a classic Gibraltar backline, the Ana Brig. This is a backline that's very difficult to dive, but ultimately doesn't have as much firepower as what we might see from Bright Future. You can see those 666 in classic fashion. Gets a nice little double bolt into Khaled early on, but Demi with the 3? Oh my days! An early opening from the Kiriko of Bright Future, and this is the firepower that I was talking about, Xavier.
Amazing work from Demi here. For those who didn't see it yesterday or didn't catch the replay, Demi did play Kiriko up against Violet, playing a Kiri Tracer side fight quite a lot. And honestly, he was going toe-to-toe with Violet, no problem. So I think a bit of a demon here on the Kiriko, as it looks like they're really trying to take the fight here. Chaos is in so deep, he's been slept, he's been naded, he jumps backwards, he lives on a sliver of HP. Fakator also really low. Khaled is trying to relieve pressure. He's not just relieving pressure, he's taken down Mysterious. Khaled getting it all done on his own while his team scrap it out for their life. They go in, but Suzu saves Chaos, and despite that rough start, they're able to recover from it.
Oh, Chaos getting away with murder there. Slept up in main, anti-healed, and still manages to get the slash back to safety. Bright Future, they are well and truly playing a slim margin for error right now, but it's paying off. They're right already on second point with a 5-minute time bank to spare, and Flexible, they've got to be kicking themselves about that one. You can see Astro over to the Kiri as well, just matching Demi, not happy with the Brigitte already, but Bright Future, they've got this high ground control, and they're just dominating Flexible from top.
Downpour to try and catch them up. Has she found someone in the back? Can Chaos confirm these kills? They're so low, but Chaos has to preserve their life, tries to get out, and Six has found a pick on the other side. Bowler onto Chaos as well. 2 for 6, and they will be able to stabilize off that.
666, so clutch with the Freya plays. You can see already taking down Chaos, getting double bolts early on in the piece. Looks like Bright Future don't want to let this one go easy. Khaled actually threw in the pulse bomb there. Mind you, the respawns favor Flexible quite heavily here, and they've only had to use the boulder shot to stabilize here. Bright Future, they used 3 ultimates in that turn. This is definitely where Flexible has a chance to breathe a little bit, maybe consolidate their ult economy, but before that can even start, Demi's going to use the rush up top.
Kitsune Rush is traded. Nano comes out onto Ashbourne looking for more value. Astro's going to pocket Mysterious, who just drop in, taking over a point touch here. Not really where you want your Ana. Mysterious trying to run underneath. Tracer is chasing them down. We'll be able to confirm that kill, but Ashbourne Downpour on point. Just find a couple. Now cleaning it up. It descends into a dogfight. There's one player behind. They're aware of it here. Nowhere for Ambu to go. Sly has the recall, so it will be a late death for Ambu. Another decent hold coming out for Flexible.
Flexible now, they've got to be happy with that fight. Now they are back in control. They do get to set back up on the high ground and make the crosses for Bright Future a little bit difficult. You've got to keep your eyes on Khaled because he's sneaking around beneath and he might be able to start pressuring the cart, pulling people back. Ashbourne's in the back line though. He's all over for Kator. Kator has had to use the Captive Son in response. He hams up backline as he takes down 6. He's doing it all from the high ground right now, and Sly's gone down as well. So it's falling to pieces for Flexible.
big advantage now, player advantage. They need to keep Fakator alive during this, and they can do exactly that. You saw Nernak Captain Sun coming out from Fakator, and wow, didn't actually find any kills with it. What it did is it spooked Mysterious away, forced Mysterious to take a long rotation, which means this entire time Mysterious was doing a slow rotation on Biana. There's no healing for the rest of their team, so Bright Future were able to clear up on point, and now a massive time back for third point.
Yeah, 4 minutes on the third point. You're laughing all the way to the bank. It is an enormous time bank to have. Big nade from Mysterious there. 3 members of Bright Future caught up in that one. But still, not much of an issue because they're in the free push zone, Xavier. They get to keep on pushing that card for free. There's not a lot of pressure. But Chaos, he's going to waste no time at all. Takes down 6. Trade onto Fakator. Boulder shot comes out from Anbu and all of this. But Chaos, he's in so deep and he's doing all the work. He takes down Mysterious. Trades keep going back and forth. But Bright Future... they keep winning these trades. They're going to keep getting card push from this.
Going to gain a few more meters out of this, but respawns will start to favour the defenders more and more the closer we get to the end of the map. So Flexible have another chance to stabilise, and they're getting close to a lot of their ults. Actually a bowler to try and find Demi and Chaos. A bit optimistic, there's a lot of damage. Chaos is just trying to build them a safe little fort to hide and regen in. Now Chaos comes out. Freya right up in that one, saw the skill had been used. Easy downpour 2 for Chaos. No chance to get to these ultimates. Desperate for a nano, but this series is on the run. Does have a nano for a retake, but the payload, it's been stuck up during a good part of this fight.
They actually didn't get all that much card push from the fight. Khaled has taken down Sly, but the trades from Ashbourne are so crucial. Now the Nano Boost comes out and 6 is going to find a crucial kill as well. Ashbourne taking down Demi, and Bright Future, they're actually not going to be able to close this one out. Flexible, they do have such close respawns, and Ashbourne doing exactly what is necessary. Going deep, trading supports, trading the backline, ensuring that they can continually play to their respawn advantage. If you play to trade at the end of third point on Escort, you can really leverage the advantage respawn, and you can just keep winning fights by going even.
Follow the fundamentals from Flexible here. Do not let the cart move. Make sure you find trades here on the defense. And Ashbourne's going to deliver again. Downpour over top. Didn't even need it, honestly. Absolutely smashes that backline. 2 kills. Payload, again, stuck, not moving. And Ashbourne has secured them another hold.
Ashbourne really doing exactly what's necessary and carrying very hard here with these continual trades. Flexible, they've got a couple of ultimates, but they're not the most potent of Pulse Bomb, really reliant on a good pick from Sly. Chaos already contesting the high ground, goes up for the slash. You can see Khaled's in a spot of bother because Sly's sneaking in from behind. Pulse Bomb comes out onto Chaos, and that's not going to net a kill. The block is going to immediately cancel that one out. Kitsune rushing main from Astro might net them a kill here as for Kator. He pulls the Captive Sun, but can't find anybody to kill, and Ashbourne once again up to his backline trading antics, Sav.
They just can't stop Ashbourne right now. Every time he is finding a kill as they try and swing this corner. And now with that player advantage, wait, not player advantage anymore. Ashbourne has gone too far. Now it's 4v4, but tank advantage for Bright Future. They can swing, they can move forward. They need to try and kill this Ana before the nano. Khaled is all over that, denies the mini. Chaos coming to help out over top, sets it up for a nice little melee for Khaled. Easy for him now, they're pushing for it. No nano to save them. Flexible going to leap back onto point, but it is desperation time. Downpour high noon. That's an execution, and Bright Future close out the map.
Finally, Bright Future, they get that full cap. Flexible, they did a very good job on the third point, backs to the walls, continually getting those trades. But the problem is, this is a common theme on third point of Escort. Teams that have a respawn advantage, they can start to play for trades. On first, on second, you have no such luxury. You are not able to just continually trade it out and win the game. So ultimately, it does feel like Bright Future, they've got better fundamentals. They're getting more of these fights off more frequently. Ashbourne's good for a trade when their team's back is to the wall, but can the same be said for every other fight on the map, for every other position?
They were really stuck in a pretty poor position for long parts of this. It was actually normally when you're on the Ana version of Witness Comp, with the Ana Brig, the Ana Kiri, anything like that, you want to keep control of the space, you want time for your Ana to find nade opportunities, sleep punishes on the enemy hazard. Didn't really feel like we saw all too much of that from Mysterious, and the job is actually more difficult on the offense as well. So going to be tougher, but now Bright Future on the defense themselves, actually just going to lean into the mirror, play an Ana Kiri of their own.
The Ana Kiri does seem like the future in a way because Ana, for Kato, has already shown he doesn't mind playing the Ana, and on the defense, you can play quite far behind. You can play these back high grounds and just keep sniping away. Get line of sight of the objective, throw some nades from a very healthy distance. Meanwhile, Demi probably going to do what Demi does best, continually flanking and finding aggressive angles, looking for picks through aggression. We saw Viol2t doing this yesterday, and we've even seen Demi doing it here. A 3-piece early on. Let's see if Bright Future can get it done again.
Aggressive hold at the start, but a wall and a nade going to send Bright Future a little bit further back. They're going to come round to the main high ground where teams normally try and stall it out. You can see Sly just trying to sneak that payload underneath, but immediate pressure from all sides. Going to make this cart progress as difficult as possible, Bright Future, not give away any meter for free. Now Tracer pressure comes in. Tracer's fighting underneath. Kiriko's can come get involved, but you see good pocket onto Sly as the recalls are traded, and no big progress for either team.
Currently, the cart is just hammed up in main, taking it quite slowly here. Flexible, though, as they get the cart underneath. If Sly can just keep on getting this push, this is more of a win for Flexible than anybody else. Bright Future need to be concerned with blocking the payload, and you can see that Khaled is actually looking for a dive up top. Ashbourne sneaks in and gets a whole lot of damage onto the backline of Bright Future as well. A sleep onto Chaos up top, but the Kator's gone down, so this is starting to look pretty good for Flexible.
Trade for that one, but the kill is more than worth it from Sly. Now the rest are Flexible. They can walk forward, use this advantage. It's Bright Future who have to try and stabilize. And the Ana going down at that juncture means this last bit of nano charge might be a bit slow. So it's a race to ultimates now. Nanos and Kitsune Rushers coming right up.
Support ultimates just around the corner. You can see Khaled scrapping it out right now with Mysterious, but Mysterious will win that trade. Self-nade, recall force from Khaled. Now you can see the tank duel on the cart. Suzu forced. Chaos trying to fight the side a little bit. Gets a pinch on the backline. Crucial pick here for Chaos as he closes the gap on the backline. Takes down Astro. For Kator's traded by Ashbourne, but Mysterious is dead. There's no supports remaining for Flexible. Six received the nano somewhere in the mix, but was not able to find a kill. And it's looking like an uphill battle for Flexible. Sly finds another, but I just don't think it's going to be enough, Xavier.
Has Pulse Bomb if he really wants to clutch this, but 1v3 chooses to save it for the next fight. Probably wise. And that's 2 minutes off the clock, and while they've got it all but to the end of first point, now they're going to have to do all this work to clear this high ground to take control of the map again. And this can be a very long process on a map and a first point the size of Gibraltar's. So a lot of work to do. The Flexible, they have good ults to work with here, but one of their ults goes down. Astro dies early. That's going to be more time off the clock. Another late kill, and Bright Future just catching Flexible a little bit slow on their heels.
Catastrophe for Flexible here. We've seen it time and time again. This is Bright Future's playbook. They love to play fast. They love to catch you off guard. And Flexible, there's no better time for Bright Future to aggress than when Flexible has an ultimate advantage. So you can see Flexible, they've got a couple of ults online. Bright Future, they want to capitalize on that. They want to out-tempo before Flexible can take all of their best positions. The way that Sly might want to approach this here, get in towards the objective, set up a tap on the cart to peel people back a little bit. But you can see right now, Ashbourne is just scrapping it out on high ground. Sly's on cart, but has been marked out by Kator. Goes for the pulse bomb on Khaled, but will not secure the kill.
Desperation, downpour on top onto Chaos, but they don't have the damage to follow this one up. They have killed Khaled underneath. They're trying to rotate aggressively, but Chaos is right there, receives for Nano. Little 2-bop onto Mysterious, looking for more. The Kitsune Rushers come out, but all sorts of problems for Astro right now. He's 1 HP. Chaos is hunting this down, now turns his attention onto the Hazard, kills that one to help protect his remaining backline. And 30 seconds left on the clock. Flexible in big trouble.
30 seconds on the clock. Sly hiding underneath the 666 is pushed to spawn. Chaos throws down the downpour. Won't actually catch anybody. Will be counted out by the Suzu. But again, Sly needs to be concerned with the touch. That ult advantage has dwindled to nothing. Now it's Bright Future that have all of the ults in play, and it is beyond an uphill battle for Flexible right now. They need a miracle, and instead they are delivered a dead Ana before the fight can even begin.
Both supports down now. No chance of that nano coming online. 6 is closest to the Bob, but we are beyond miracle territory now. Kitsune Rush onto point, hunting down his low HP Hazard, trying to prevent the touch. Just prevent the touch, and that is going to be a full hold for Bright Future, who are looking dominant here against Flexible.
I quite like the idea of Flexible to completely change the matchup, to take us somewhere like Gibraltar, where it's not necessarily as good a double Flexible map as the Circuit Royale, but it takes away the ground tank matchup. It changes things a little bit. The sad thing for Flexible is that that just didn't seem to be the solution for them. If we look over to map 3, Apparently, dive tanks out of the question. The dive maps, that's going to be a full push, full hold situation. On King of the Hill, some of the ground tank matchups, they didn't win them, but they were definitely closer matchups for them. So I'd say going forward, they're just going to have to play for next map, next map, next map. Try take it to a flashpoint, maybe a push, but I'd say flashpoint probably priority number one, and go for some more Symmetra play, because I feel like that's where we saw the most signs of life from them yesterday.
I think there's a real argument when you look at a lot of what EMEA especially has been running, but also a lot of the Korean teams back in OWCS Stage 2 over in Korea. There was a lot of Symmetra in play, so I think there's a real argument that currently Sim might still be the best option in a lot of these versions of comp. So if you're willing to lean into the meta, maybe the comp is just better, maybe that's an advantage you can find, because they're starting to run out of options a little bit here, Flexible. We tried for Brawl, we tried for Dive, both options failed. I think the Brawl was closer. The Brawl was closer, so I think stick back to that. You look at that Lijiang night market, and it was really winnable. And even though there's a lot of distance still in this series, they need to win 3 maps in a row. At this point, 2 maps down, just take your best swing at it now. What is your best option? What's the comp you feel most confident on? We just need to reverse a little bit of this momentum.
Yeah, truthfully, there are no easy answers here for Flexible. They played this matchup yesterday. They played against Bright Future yesterday. They were 3-0'd then. They're playing again, and it's honestly been a pretty similar story. Signs of life, but never enough life to get them over the line for a full map. Again, just take their best swing. Go for a matchup that seemed as competitive as it could be. They've done a good job in this series, keeping things varied, introducing lots of variety to the compositions at play, giving us a dive map, giving us a ground tank map. Now they see where they have a bit more strength. They just need to lean into the strength as best they can and try and take it from there.
If I'm Flexible right now, I'm probably leaning most into the concept of banning Hazard, because when you protect for tanks, you can allow yourself to play someone at Orisa. You also take Chaos off this hero that he's been doing a lot of work on, and then you can force a version of that matchup. It'll probably inevitably be Kiri Lucio if you go for one of those ground maps, like a Kiri Lucio type one on a New Junk City, something like that. That's probably where I'd consider going right now if I was Flexible.
Yeah, I would say that Kiri Lucy probably looks like the strongest matchup for them. But again, we're going to have to wait and see what they're going to throw at us for map 3, and we're going to throw into a quick break.
The human body was built to move, not trapped at a desk in one singular posture for 12 hours a day. It's time your chair evolved. This is Secret Lab Titan Evo. Ergonomically engineered for you, gamers, hybrid workers, artists, backing your every move.
Welcome back. It is now, we talked about today being live or die, and Flexible, they are very close to falling on their sword. 2 maps down against Bright Future. One more chance to start turning this series around, Max.
You're right, Xavier. We saw this yesterday. We saw Flexible fighting against Bright Future. We saw the scrap, and we saw very much of the same. So many signs of life, so many opportunities for Flexible to win some key fights, potentially turn some crucial moments. But time and time again, it's Bright Future coming out on top. A 3-0 yesterday and a 2-0 lead for Bright Future right this second. You can see they are completely comfortable, reclined in their chairs. Meanwhile, over on the Flexible side, they are in deep discussions, talking about how they're going to turn it around, how they are going to dig deep and change the outcome right now, Zav.
It's a tough one because we saw him play a brawl matchup, we saw him play a dive matchup. They lost both the dive by an even larger margin. Interested to see if they send it back to a more ground-orientated map, just because that was the one that seemed closest. I think those of you with your peepers peeled will be able to see that they were on Colosseo on their screens, and it looks like, yeah, we're going in.
We're here on Colosseo, and it looks like we're going to see Lucio Kiri for Bright Future, but an interesting switch up from Flexible. They're actually going to opt for the double flex on a map where the Lucio Kiri is quite common. Ashbourne playing the Diva as well, might be able to catch some squishy kills here, and you can see a fast rotation from Bright Future. This is classic Bright Future here, high tempo plays. They go for the backliners, but look at this peel. Great work from Ashbourne and Mysterious to slip through the cracks.
Heads up play from Flexible. They have flipped the flip, so they now are on the better side of the map for themselves as well. Stayed away from that danger. Genji's going to trade out a little bit. It's Ambu who's slowest as both teams try and reset, stabilize a little bit here. Demi with a slight Kitsune rush advantage, but it's Chaos who's taken so much damage, so we won't even get to that. They push back after the swing. Torpedoes will finish the job, and this is a great start for Flexible. Heads up rotation, but a great pushback after Bright Future had best no cooldowns.
So well done from Flexible there. They concede a little bit of card push, and in exchange, they win the fight. They even get a nice late stagger onto Fakator. He will be in the same respawn wave as Demi. You can see 666 is actually already up on the high ground, fighting for this positioning. There's no supports online for Bright Future right now, so they need to be careful. Flexible now claiming the lead and just trying to pull the enemy in a little bit. You can see already Khaled is committing the dash, trying to force out Ashbourne, but Flexible, they're playing for position in main.
Good position for them, and they've got a slightly quicker Kitsune rush. If they pull the trigger on this fast, there will be a window to go before Bright Future can match the ult, but they need to go now. They've lost Astro. He can't cast it. The worst possible start. Now they're going to dive onto point and Flexible. The opening was there, but just the worst possible trade.
Such a disastrous trade for Flexible there. You can see now they're closing on a wealth of ultimates, but even worse for them, Ashbourne is going to die off the payload as Baby Diva. That is going to stagger them onto a completely different respawn wave and really slow down Flexible here. With this double flex support lineup, they cannot play too aggressively or they will be caught out by the Lucio Kiri of Bright Future, and they need to wait for their Diva. So already Bright Future, you can see they're aggressively positioned and they're just going to close in on Sly.
Opening pick out of nothing, and now they can choose to push for advantage. Khaled is going to drop the blade over the top, but there's pressure on the backline from this Diva, but Khaled connects onto 6, takes down 1, another one to take down Astro, and that is going to be a clean fight. And Flexible, after a strong start, they've just lost people early in both of these fights, which mean these big ult trades, the ult advantage they have Flexible, they've never been able to use it, and they've gone from a tremendously great position to now about to concede checkpoint.
So tough for Flexible. You see 2 fights in a row there. Ashbourne being staggered out a little bit, dying off the payload. Flexible now, they have this wonderful ult bank to retake with. They need to contest card. They're not even going to do it. They've given checkpoint already. Now we see a deep push here from Ashbourne. Kills converted, 1-for-1 trades as the overclock from Anbu is over on the coast. Beat from Pakator to keep them in it. But regardless of the outcome here, down comes the orbital ray from Mysterious, and Cart just keeps on rolling for Bright Future, even though Anbu will fall for Pakator as well. Flexible, they're winning the fight by the numbers, but look at this. Bright Future, they've won it by meters.
They've won it by meters already, double the distance of Flexible, and even though they actually forced a pretty bad beat out of Fakator, only caught 2 of them, so the Ray just got more value as it kept going. They win an important fight, but They're on the back foot now. Blade comes out from Slide, trying to make short work of the Kiriko. Successful too. Takes on the Genji, but Khaled takes that one down. Still positive player advantage for Flexible. Low HP. Bomb is forced, actually. Trying to deal with this baby. Now the Kiriko swing. Ambu, just impenetrable to damage. He's got the moves. 1 HP. Chaos is going to drop the bomb. Bright Future think they can come back into this. Ambu finds a kill. How on earth has he been allowed to get away with this? Ashbourne trying to hunt down these low HP players. Can't find the connect. Matrix comes in. Chaos is back there. And Bright Future have touched it out. Maybe, but maybe not. 6 still trades.
6 wants it. He gets a trade. He pulls the clock, but the clutch is not there. Sly finds a late trade once again. These are good trades for the side of Flexible, but absolute tragedy for them as Astro misses a couple of key shots on Andrew. Andrew manages to escape and then actually take down Astro, and Bright Future, they get away with a criminal clutch. Now Flexible, they're coming back into it with no ultimates. Bright Future, they've got 2 in the pocket. They've got more on the way. You can see Astro flanking over to the side, trying to find an angle, trying to carry the game, but the Kitsune Rush comes out. Ashbourne's looking for the kite, and 6 once again delivers. Sly as well.
Ambu now trying to slide behind, keep himself alive, but they've lost a lot of people. Chaos all the way on the other side. Does find 2 kills, both supports taken down. Kiri Juno are pretty vulnerable to a D.Va, really, compared to a Kiri Lucio or even a Brig or something like that. Ashbourne's going to stabilize as they try and hunt down the low HP, trying to pocket 6 out of this. 12 HP, 10 HP. It's just about okay, and the healing will come through. Flexible, a bit of a respite here, but a long way back.
A very long way back indeed, and now they're fighting on a long stretch. This is where Andrew's overclock can be so deadly. You can see already Mysterious caught out a little bit in the open, being pushed. The overclock will finish that kill. Sly finds a trade onto Fakator. There's a very real chance for Flexible to turn it here, but Astro goes down. That means there's no healers remaining. Bright Future, they will have their Sojourn traded out in the back end of this, but they still have the close spawns turned on, and the D.Va Chaos has managed to slip over the cart and keep adding meters to the lead here, Zav.
Ashbourne stuck behind, going to try and regroup with the team, but it might be a really late D-Mech. Doesn't have the self-destruct to get back into it as well. Ashbourne playing for their life, gets back to the team, but Bright Future, they smell weakness. They keep pushing. They force a very defensive Kitsune rush out from Astro. Now Chaos can kite it when back up to his own team as well, but they've lost Fakator in all of this. The push keeps going. Ashbourne has forced for D-Mech, trying to kill the baby now in all of that. Can find the kill thanks to Mysterious. Confirms that one, and Flexible had to burn the Kitsune rush, but they stabilize.
They have stabilized, but it's really so important for Flexible that they don't just win fights on their own side of the map. They need to push into enemy territory. They need to turn off these close spawns for Bright Future and start winning some of these disadvantaged fights. Now we see a push from Ashbourne, a slide back from Andrew, just jockeying for position right now. But really Flexible, they want to leverage some of these ultimates. The Orbital Ray comes out from Mysterious.
Trying to push forward with that, but they need kills. Fakator has the beat, but they're just trying to kite it for now. Bright Future trying to stay step ahead. Beat to turn the fight now, coming back into this one. Now coming through. High noon available from 6 to maybe try and relieve this pressure. Blade over the top from Sly. No. Trying to take these low ones, but can't find anything. Now he's just showing everyone his sword, but he's got no one to slash at. Completely isolated now, and it will be a clean fight for Bright Future there.
Bright Future just too slippery in that blade turn. You can see the Orbital Ray comes out from Mysterious, but it's so difficult for them to actually close the gap and find a kill within the Ray turn. Fakator was ready with the beat. He hits the counter beat to bail out Khalid, and then that's the fight already done and dusted. Flexible, they don't have anything more to reinforce their push. Khalid aggressively positioned right now. Close spawns once again turned on, and a deep dash in over the top ropes, and he manages to, with maximum style points, take down Mysterious. Goes for more. He'll catch 6. He'll catch Astro. Khaled is good for absolutely everybody right now with an unreal blade over the top.
Over the top, Juno out of the air. Can't ask for more from your star Genji player. Delivering here in this elimination game, and he has set Bright Future up for a potential full cap and a ceiling of their spot. But they have to kite this high noon first. 6 will create a lot of space for his team. No meaningful damage with that, and a chance for Chaos to repush. Self-destruct allows him to be more aggressive. Ashbourne has the same, and is trying to keep this backline contained and just move that robot away from the full cap zone. 6 has found Khaled in the back. Fire advantage. Bomb invested now. Chaos going to do the same off-screen, looking for a remake behind here. Ashbourne doesn't find anything, but 6 is denied for remake onto Chaos. Overclock from Ambu. I don't know if it's enough. Getting marked by the D.Va now. Just trying to back it up, and it looks like Bright Future running for the hills, just trying to keep their players alive.
Six continually good for it in the clutch. We just need more players to dig deep for the side of Flexible. You can see time and time again, Six is delivering with these crucial picks. And now we see a counter dive coming out from Ashbourne actually as Chaos tries to contest the high ground. Not going to get much done there. But Flexible, they've got a long way to go. Mysterious is taking lots of damage. Bright Future, they continue to have the close spawns enabled. You can see Ashbourne torn between positions as a beat push comes out. Vacator pops the beat and it's going to be Six going down. Rally comes out from Astro, but where is he? Where's the fight taking place? Six is gone, Sly is gone, there's no DPS remaining for Flexible anymore. Card is once again pushing for Bright Future. It's falling apart.
Mysterious now really far away. Astro's going to actually find a trade with the tail end of that rally. An important trade to keep Flexible alive, but they are running out of time. 1 minute left on the clock. They need to be careful not to lose anyone here as they wait for their respawns. But Demi already dropping his Kitsuna as they won't fight straight away. Genji isolated on the side. Deflect does a lot of damage from Khaled, but can't finish the kill. But Ray and behind you have relieved a lot of pressure from Flexible. But you invest 2 ultimates, you need kills, and no kills will come.
Such a difficult time for Flexible here. It feels as if they're always trying to push with their orbital ray turns. Perhaps they should angle more for counters at this stage because it's so hard for them. Six will find a late kill onto Vacator though, and that will mean that Flexible, they actually get to push the cart down towards the middle. We're closing in on last fight territory though, Zav. 25 seconds on the clock. All to play for right now. Flexible, they need to chain win fights or this will be the end of the line for them.
Life on the line. Flexible have no choice but to play it perfectly. They've got a self-destruct, they've got a blade to work with. Sly is going to kick us off. Khaled's going to respond with that one all over Fakator. Both Genjis find kills, but Khaled has found more. 2 versus 2. Still a chance here, but the trades are good. The trades will favour Bright Future. Chaos still has the bomb. Sly continues to try and clutch out, trying to cling onto his team's chances on this. Lots of damage there. Can they confirm the kill? Trying to get the deflect. They keep it alive for now. Both teams are fighting around, but Chaos finds it. Ashbourne has the self-destruct. Just playing for time, desperate to keep these respawns alive, needs to somehow find a way back into this mech, simply can't though, and that will be Bright Future cleaning it up. 3-0 for the second time in a row against Flexible and confirming their spot in Phase 2.
History repeats itself as Bright Future close it out once again. And honestly, you have to give credit where it's due. Such a strong performance from Bright Future yet again. If anything, this was a more dominant victory than what they had yesterday. Even though there were signs of life here and there from the side of Flexible, it was ultimately a very, very solid performance coming out from Bright Future. Already, we've seen this matchup happen, not once, but twice. And now we're also going to be moving over to another familiar matchup, Xavier.
Very familiar indeed. Cold Metal are going to take on Lularius next. Our final decider game over in Group D. 7 of our teams are confirmed in Phase 2 already. 1 spot remains, and Cold Metal, the team that have come all the way over from Pacific, a very long way to come to go out in groups, Max.
You wouldn't want to travel halfway across the world to go out in groups, but to their credit, Cold Metal, they're not looking like they are postured to go out in groups. They played against Lularius yesterday, and it was nothing short of a dogfight, but they did come out on top of said dogfight. Many situations where they had advantages, they squandered them. They fell victim to attacker's advantage on Watchpoint Gibraltar. A 3-minute time bank versus a 1-minute time bank. Everybody knows that smaller time bank, it inflicts irreparable psychic damage to the team that pushed faster. And as a result, Cold Metal, they did let that map slip through their fingers. But this time around, we're going to have to wait and see whether or not Cold Metal can actually do it when elimination is on the line. We saw some rocky performances coming out from them, but we also saw the way that Lularius' mental shifted throughout the game. Looked like they were having lots of fun, really enjoying themselves. But as soon as they started to feel as if perhaps, they could upset the underdogs, maybe their mental shifted a little bit, Sav.
Did seem to be a downwards trend as well. Yesterday in their elimination game, in the start of that lower bracket as well, they were involved in an absolute dogfight against Zonex as well. So it has been a stressful path for Lularius to this point. They've got one more shot to turn it around, and this is the beauty of the GSL groups. You get a rematch here. You get a chance to fix some of your problems.
We're really going to have to wait and see whether or not Lularius do adjust, whether they do fix their problems, or if it's just going to be a repeat of yesterday's series where we see dogfight after dogfight where Cold Metal seem to have a little bit more flexibility and depth in their hero pool. We saw lots of interesting comps coming out from Cold Metal yesterday. They even had the audacity to pull out the Lifeweaver on Eichenwald. But at the end of the day, these are comps that have solutions.
They have a lot of solutions as well, but we'll have to wait and see, because Cold Metal, they have a lot to work with. In theory, they have the experience. Lilarius come in very much as a new team, a new group, more unknown players, but there's a real chance for them here. Cold Metal, I don't know if you would have asked those Cold Metal players before the event if they thought they would have such a tough time against TFW, if they expected to go out of group. So Cold Metal also needing to recover from that bad result yesterday.
Exactly right. It's interesting to see where Cold Metal actually had their expectations set coming into the tournament, whether they were coming here more for fun than anything else, or whether they were coming in with very high hopes of dominating their group. I think we wanted to take a look at a couple of the groups now, see how everybody has done.
Keeping us up to date with all of this as the group stage. We'll be concluding today one way or another, one final spot in phase 2. All to play for, and of course, the winner of this next game, this Cold Metal Lilarius, that team will go on to play Team Vision as well. And with some of the frailty that Team Vision has shown so far in this tournament, maybe feels a little bit more optimistic than it did back at the start of the week. So a lot to play for, a lot worth investing in as well. A lot of pressure on Cold Metal, really to do their region justice. The only representation of Pacific at the last chance qualifier, obviously hoping to join their comrades up in the Esports World Cup main event. That'll be a big ask for sure with all the other teams, as we are going to get eyes on the players now. Mean Machine, never short of a smile.
Never short of a smile, never short of a comic prop to get his team in the mood for a match. Really, all smiles around for Cold Metal right now. They are well and truly happy to be there. I believe we're eyeing out our emergency sub right now. We've got to remember that one of the members of Cold Metal were actually unable to make it because of some visa issues, so they did have to have an emergency European sub step in. Over on the Lilarius side, also looks like everybody's having a good time as they load in. Perhaps a little bit more serious here for them.
Yeah, all to play for. We talk about the key, the spot in the Esports World Cup being the end goal for a lot of the teams here. But we're going to jump straight into it because Lijiang Tower, blink and you miss it, or don't blink and you might miss it as well. But it's been a strong start, apparently, for Cold Metal. First fight going to go their way, and now we are seeing hero shifts coming in from Lilarius. Back onto the Diva, very much a comfort pick for Nawaf. Cloud on the Venture, again in the zone of comfort. I think Lilarius have really lent into a lot of this Venture, a lot of this Diva. This is where they feel most comfortable, this is where they feel strongest, but they need to do it here on this all-important game.
Exactly right. We can already see Kyron aggressing and taking down Cloud. Yesterday, Cloud on the Venture, one of the highest points for Lilarius, but you can see Cold Metal, they're happy to just crash out here and clean up this fight. Mean Machine will be traded out, but that's a Lucio. We all know Lucio is going to be back fast nonetheless. And Lilarius, they're not giving it up easy though. MSCG is actually going to be traded out as well later on in the piece. And this is suddenly a different story. You can see a different respawn wave for the flex support. That means Lilarius, they're going to be able to step up a little bit more, take more positioning.
Chance to get over this bridge, normally one of the most difficult areas as well. Could start with a potential point touch coming out from Cloud, or can just go the far way round through the White Room. Looks like they do want to come over this bridge. They have to be careful walking onto all these ults from Cold Metal. Barrage ready to go. Nawaf needs eyes on the sky, but he also needs eyes on his HP. He's so low already. If he gets steam this Barrage is wide open. Kyron's taken a lot as well, but they've separated Cloud during all of this. Nawaf's still on the back foot, but they just managed to keep him contained out in his choke. Koala's going to try and find the trade. Does Matrix coming in, but only good for one. And Lilarius sent back to spawn.
Tough one for Lilarius. So difficult to contend with the emergency sub on Hitscan. Thirst putting in the work right now. High Noon invested into that fight for Cold Metal, but everything else available for this final turn. Lilarius, they have a little bit of a beat drop advantage. That could be a huge difference maker. If Mean Machine can't get his beat up on time, Lilarius might actually be able to leverage this little advantage. But if they take the fight slow, Mean Machine is going to have that beat. You can see he's closing in on it. Speed 95. He has the barrage. He's poking him from the side. Kyron's taking a lot of damage, but Cloud goes down first again. We are going to see the super sub doing it all. Beat comes out. Better beat from Mean Machine. Speed's traded to 4v4 Zav.
Walking in, trying to follow this up. Lilarius have found two, getting the better of this ult trade. Mean Machine had the later beat, but it hasn't made the difference so far. Bomb available for Kyron here, but just going to let this one go after the bad start to that ult exchange. Boop, not quite off the map for Koala. So Lilarius keep themselves in this one, have the self-destruct to work with, but they have to worry about this barrage from Speed.
The Barrage is a very difficult ultimate to use in this matchup. Lilarius, they have multiple tools to deal with it. They have a hit scan that can poke you out of the sky. They have a Genji that can deflect the Barrage into your face. And then, of course, there's the D.Va that only has to hold up defense matrix to eat your entire Barrage. Really, we need speed to use it late or be sneaky with it. And you can see he's going for the sneaky approach. Not sneaky enough, though, as the Suzu comes out. The matrix is good, and the hit scan will poke him right out of the sky. Now we see a deep push from Noir as he takes down Mean Machine. Kyron finds a trade, but will one trade be enough? It looks like the answer is no, as there are more and more kills coming through for Lilarius right now. Noir actually going to have to use the bomb to get back in the suit, but that is a tough fight for Cold Metal.
Speed's going to swap off for Farah now, straight back onto the Genji as Kyron will manage to preserve their mech, regroup with their team, and we're looking at mostly a neutral, a high noon for the retake here from first, but Karom is much closer to that beat, as beat charge being a defining factor in a lot of these fights, both of them in favor of Lilarius so far.
Lilarius really do have a substantial advantage at this point, and Cold Metal, they're taking a slow fight on the point. You can see Mean Machine fighting for a little bit of space on the side. High Noon comes out from Thirst, actually, and a beat right into it from Karom. It's a beat in, but there's only the Lucio pushing! Perfect eat from the D.Va there to save his life, and Cloud's going to take down Kyron at the same time. A very ropey situation converted into an even situation. Blade comes out from Cloud. He's in incredibly deep, takes down Thirst, and he will be slicing and dicing through the remainder of Cold Metal. Kyron invested the bomb somewhere in there, but it's not going to be enough.
Make the best of a bad situation. There seemed to be a miscommunication because Karom wanted to beat and he wanted to fight that High Noon, but the memo didn't quite make its way to the rest of his team, but Nawaf manages to save him. They invest the blade after and they do convert it. Now Kitsune Rush trade coming up on point. Speed's going to try another hero now. Tracer, probably the hero he's played the most, and a bit of a comfort pick. Kitsune Rush Trade is going to come out. Mean Machine nearly has a beat to throw in, but Koala is going so aggressive with this High Noon. Looks for the damage, but he is good, though. Beat still 5% away from Mean Machine, but they found 2 kills. Magic's ended up off the map. Cloud with a trade, but the D-Mech means it's a significant advantage, and this will be last fight. They had a 99% lead to begin with, Cold Metal, and they should be good for the cleanup. That's a full wipe. That'll be the first round from Cold Metal. They're anything but easy.
Quite an ambitious push there from Lilarius at the end. They tried to go in fast and early with the High Noon, but the truth of an early High Noon is that the D.Va will still have full defense matrix. It will be very difficult to get that shot off. We saw multiple High Noons on this Lijiang Garden counted out by the presence of a little bit of defense matrix. The D.Va's really working double overtime shifts right now, eating every barrage, every High Noon, really making it so difficult for the Cassidys or the Faras to get an ult in edgewise.
This is off topic, sorry Max, but it looks like he's got tinfoil wrapped around his headset. Some kind of tinfoil hat situation for first. Need to get eyes on that again between the maps. So keep your peepers peeled for that one as we go into Control Center. Going to be a similar looking comp from Nawaf, leaning into that D.Va. Venture again for Cloud, strong on these smaller maps, but it's Ram from Kyron. This is going to give them significant advantage in the front line here, Cold Metal. Lilarius, they have to find a way to go past and get onto this Baptiste. But if they can get onto that Baptiste, real high chance to kill.
Cold Metal taking so much space early on with that shield, but you can see now Cloud creeping in, looking for an angle. Will be flashbanged out and taken down immediately, though, as there's not enough members of Lilarius pushing in at the same timing. It feels like their comp is a little bit scattered. The presence of both the Cassidy and the Venture, the D.Va as well. There's a couple of heroes that really want to push all at once, but then there's also heroes that need to take things a little bit slower. Cassidy cannot get in there at the same timing as the Venture, and if there's not a wide open flank for you to take, it can be very difficult to find your way in. You can see now some shifts coming through as Nawaf and Cloud are both going to make swaps over to the Hazard and the Genji.
Again, the key here is aggression. They want to connect onto this Baptiste. Magic is going to maybe have a hard time playing the Bap himself as his team goes deep, but they force an early lamp out as well, and this makes the Bap vulnerable. Chance to walk forward, looking for their opportunity. Karom has a beat advantage in all of this as well. Lead comes through. Kyron's going to try and mark the choke, but Cloud through. 2 for him, takes care of both DPS, and they have just busted the flank wide open there, and that is going to be a quick and free retake.
An easy retake here for Lilarius, and they're going to be so happy with that. After losing first fight, the second fight is so incredibly important. That is where you either get yourself aggressively snowballed or you turn it around before the enemy team can get their ultimates online. This time around, they have prevented a snowball. They're actually back in control, and now Lilarius, they have their own ultimates to play with. Window comes up in main from MSCG. Karom doesn't actually want to beat over at this time. Much more conservative, much more disciplined. Now the beat comes through after some skills have been burned, and you can see they're finding value. value with this. They're getting so much cleave damage in with the block. Thirst pops the high noon, but he will go down. 1-for-1 trade. Speed pulls the blade in the back. He's looking for a target in the side, but he can't find it. And in the meantime, Marged good for 2 with the clutch window. Kyron pushes through with the Annihilation, finds a kill in response. 1-player lead for Lilarius right now. Make it an even fight as the downpour catches up Kyron on point. Shots from either side, but Kyron and Speed are doing it all.
1v2 right now. Nawaf going to take down the remark, but Koala is back just in the nick of time to help his teammate out as well. Mean Machine is back in there finding a trade. First slides onto point. Lap is perfect from Magic, keeps Koala alive. Surely First can find the kill, he can. Leaping back onto the point. Cold Metal do have control here, so with Karom going down, they'll eventually give it up. Valeria's fair. Big clutch for Cold Metal, because that was a messy old fight.
Monstrous clutch there for Cold Metal. It really did seem like it had slipped through their fingers post-downpour, but no, they managed to pull it back from the brink time and time again. Ult economy has been more or less reset, with the exception of Cloud, who is nursing a blade in the back pocket. But while he sets up for the blade, Cold Metal, they push main, and they just trade out backline. Koala, Karom, Majed, they all go down as Nawaf and Cloud are setting up over on the coast, and that is not the type of fight that you want to be taking. Nawaf appears to have been slowed off the map by the Ramattra as well. That's going to be an ult charge donation as Lilarius, they get staggered out as well in their ult advantage fight.
Great identification from Cold Metal there. Now, while they were trying to set up on the flank, there was a weakness in main, but Baptiste was targetable, so run over Majed and Koala during all of that. But now a quick repush attempt. Cloud still has this blade. No immediate response available. Cloud is half HP as they force Kyron back. That's the form used. Kyron's going to get up to this Annihilation, pops it as well, goes aggressively all over Cloud. Can't use that. It's a lamp to keep everyone else safe in the back. They're just trying to survive this. A window has been thrown in as well. The WAF a little bit separated. Karom tries to boot them back, but everyone else was going backwards. Cloud with the blade in the back, though. He's found one. He needs a second. Slash with the boop is perfect from Mean Machine. Peels them out, and Cold Metal a significant advantage to close us out. And the beat. Karob is coming back with the beat, but it's a day late, Max, and it might also be $1 short.
A shortage of dollars and days, as unfortunately we are going to see similar shades to what we saw yesterday with Cold Metal versus Lilarius. A 2-0 here on King of the Hill. Once again, scenes where there are those signs of life, but when it comes down to the clutch, when it comes down to these really close scraps, it's a consistent theme that we are seeing Cold Metal work their way ahead. Honestly wondering what we're going to see next in the series, though, because once again, is it going to be a case of let's change the matchup, let's get them off their comfort picks? Because I seem to recall Cold Metal playing quite a lot of Orisa yesterday. I didn't see Orisa here on Lijiang, Xavier.
No, not at all. Orisa was banned on that first map, which might have caused some of the problems. Meanwhile, just a little sidetrack on headset watch. I think it might be bubble wrap. Maybe they're brand new out of the box. But in terms of maps and bans and picks, last time we saw these two teams go up against each other, it was the push-pull, these brawly type comps where Lilarius really had their biggest problems. Cold Metal, they were kings of the kite. They were able to win the macro through that a lot of the time. Didn't seem quite as easy for them today. Felt quite messy on that Lijiang Tower fight that Lilarius definitely could have won. Was a few clutches that ultimately turned it. But when we last saw them play, it was actually the dive map, when it's not really about the push and pull in the same way. It's more just about how good you are on these dives, on your peel with your backline. It's a very different type of game. That was Gibraltar yesterday, and I wonder if we'll just get sent to the same place here.
Would not be surprised at all to see a repeat of the Gibraltar. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So you might as well go to the map that you won yesterday and hope that Cold Metal did not adjust. Hope that they just play the same way. Ultimately, these were all very close matchups, though, so I really do think it's entirely possible for Lilarius to win one of these rush, push-pull matchups as well. We were talking yesterday about how they could win in these ult fights. They could go much faster and try and out-tempo their opponent, or they could slow things down. It seems like here on Lijiang, they tried to go for the let's go faster approach, pushing in aggressively with the high noons, with the Kitsune rushes. But maybe they need to try the opposite. Maybe they need to try take a little bit of a slow neutral and counter out ultimates. Let the enemy go first tempo, weather that initial storm, and then push back in with your own ultimate.
It's a little bit about reading the situation as well, because there was a couple of times there where, particularly on the beat, Karom was ahead of Mean Machine. If you can ever figure out you've just got that 10-20% advantage, it's a huge window to push with if you are quick with it. And if you get that one, it can be a real snowball in terms of winning this fight, great opportunity for the next fight. Karom was consistently ahead on that first map. I wonder if they can key into that a little bit more, because while we didn't see it on stream, TFW did beat Cold Metal yesterday. They played a lot of those ground tank maps, and while we saw Cold Metal being king of the kites, they couldn't kite TFW. TFW, they would use the support ult, they would use it aggressively and close, and then they would keep pushing, and they would be able to find these kills. I think there is room for that, especially in these advantage situations, but they need to play both versions of the game here, because Cold Metal, an experienced team over from Pacific, they're going to be able to read the situation as well, so really need to try and one-up your opponent in terms of what you're doing.
It really is a case of tracking the ultimates and reading the situation. If you get those faster beats, leveraging that advantage is crucial. If you take things too slow, if you allow the enemy team to charge up all of their own ultimates, then you do just wind up in a big, long scrap. And we've seen already these big, long scraps, they tend to be favoring Cold Metal by the numbers. Interested now to see whether or not we do wind up on Gibraltar, going for the dive matchup again. We saw it yesterday. Imagine we're probably going to see it again today, given it is where Lilarius had the most of their strength. But again, the push-pull matchups might not be a bad shout either for them.
One thing we've also seen from Lilarius, especially on some of these smaller maps, is they lean into playing no-hit scan, playing a Venture May type thing, and playing these really hard brawl teams. I think if anything, it's probably the reason that ultimately Cold Metal rolled out on the Pharah. They were maybe expecting a May Venture, but actually got one-upped by the change. Because obviously Pharah, very good into these close-range DPS heroes, because the Pharah can just outrange them from the sky, beam them down, chunk them down before they can even get close. But I wonder maybe on like a Circuit Royale or something, some of these maps that are quite limited and straight, if there is room to go somewhere like that, maybe even ban a Pharah and play that May Venture and try and lean into that style as well.
We could also play a little bit of ban theory, I suppose, where we could take it to a map like New Junk City, go to a flashpoint where Pharah is quite weak, and then you can play your best pick and you don't even need to invest a ban in order to enable it. There's multiple options here for them, but we're just going to have to wait and see what map they've rolled out into, because it does look like players are in the server right now, so we're being held in suspense for a moment. Mean Machine all smiles as per usual. This guy is so happy to be here in Riyadh right now.
Absolutely buzzing. Got his favourite prop, got his team, and he's got a one-map advantage in this elimination game. Can't ask for much more as we wait and see where we're going. Gibraltar was the map we picked last time. I'm trying to lean my head over to see what they can see on their monitors, but I think we're about ready to get into the game, so we can get this action underway. Lilarius looking to respond.
Lilarius, they are still in good spirits from the looks of things, not looking as solemn as they did yesterday after a map loss. So that is a good sign for them that they are not defeated, they're not crushed. Mind you, this is an elimination game. It's all on the line right now. It is time to play for this roster. And if they do lose this series, they will be done here for the last chance qualifier. They will be out of the competition. This is our final qualifier for the top 8. So we're going to have to see. It does look like the bans have come through, and some interesting bans from the look of it. A Venture ban coming out from the side of Cold Metal, but that was a second ban. A first ban of Winston, which is a tank protect, as we are on Gibraltar.
Kyron has played a lot of the Winston, but also has actually lost Gibraltar twice playing the Winston so far. So we'll see if this actually maybe works out being a bit of a silver lining from Cold Metal, as it forces them to play a slightly different version of the comp. But a Diva Mirror on Gibraltar, Nawaf will not mind this at all. They're also going to play the Kiri Brig version up against this Anna Brig too.
This feels a little bit like last series, where I'm surprised to see the Venture ban coming out on a map like Gibraltar. It's the same as banning out Genji. This is a Tracer map through and through. So I'm very surprised to see Venture taken out of the pool here, because Venture is so difficult to execute here on Gibraltar. Perhaps a little bit of a mistake here from Cold Metal, but we'll have to wait and see whether it actually pays dividends for them. Widowmaker from Speed up in the back right now, just sniping away, forcing Lilarius to play passively and hide behind. They don't have a Tracer, so they're really going to struggle with cart control here. Between the Widow watching card and the Tracer tapping it for Cold Metal, they have a great comp to touch the point.
Seems like Cloud would have been more comfortable playing the Venture here and just being the point bot essentially to match this Tracer, because same as was true in our previous series, it's harder for the Genji, but initial high ground already for Kyron. Worth keeping our eyes on Speed as well, who has been the flex DPS, but flexing onto the Widow here. They've got the early high ground, and Speed has found his first dome. Cloud will go down, and this point touch is going to get even harder. Nade forces for Suzu, but now not a lot of tools to save Koala. Boots back to safety, just about lives. But Cold Metal, they have the nano and they have all the space.
All of the space in their hands. You can see Cloud retaking up on the high ground right now. He wants to find an angle to catch some of these backliners, perhaps get on top of Speed, and he might have just found his timing. He's on top of Speed right now, but he misses a crucial shot. Hook back up from Speed. Raw confidence as he's now in line of sight of his Brigida, starts to get some healing, and it does look like Cold Metal are once again closing out this fight. Cloud cannot find the kill onto Speed. Speed remains up on the high ground. Kitsune rush from Marja, doesn't want to let it go. Thirst actually going to fall, so it's a 4v4 now. Cold Metal, if they don't finish this fast, they will fall victim to the respawn of Lilarius, but Speed, good for a kill onto the Genji. There's no tank remaining for Lilarius. Karam and Margit have both used their support ultimates. It looks like they've held on.
Tried so hard to kill Niz Widow, but just simply can't, and they can actually keep swinging now. Kyron's back in, Nade is good, Speed's going to grapple back, looking for more, but the backline have got it done. Pulse Bomb goes through, and they will be able to cap it in the end. Took him a little bit more there, Cold Metal, but Lilarius, because they had to use both support ults at the same time just to live and get out of that tough choke. They just left a little bit short in the rest of it, and now Cold Metal setting up forward, chance to get their Widowmaker in a good position.
Blink and you'll miss it. Cold Metal, they did manage to close out that first point rather quickly in the end, but Speed, he's taken down Cloud. Again, Cloud is having such a rough one versus this Widow. Now we've got a scrap up on the high ground, and Meme Machine is the one to pop the rally. That's going to enable them to just continue pushing forward. They're already in a 5 versus 4 situation, but somehow, some way, Lilarius, they've clutched this one up immensely, taking down Kyron's suit, taking down Kyron himself. There's still a one-player advantage here for Cold Metal, but the loss of the tank is crucial. We've got Speed in the back, watching Cloud. For once, he will not secure that kill early on in the piece, and the Waff resting on high ground as well. But Lilarius, they might have just survived here.
Cloud pressuring out Speed one more time. They're really keen for that kill, but a great job from Cold Metal keeping Speed alive in a lot of these situations. The WAF is actually really low, has the self-destruct if he needs it, will need it. MSCG trying to run out of this one and survive. Remake is good from the WAF, and they can stabilize on this forward hold. For Cold Metal, they're keen to go, but Verana was stuck on the left, so the WAF will clean that up, and now Cloud has this Widow isolated. Not isolated at all, actually, Brig with them still, and they still can't stop Speed. Speed is still peaking on this. Should be so hard for the Widowmaker to get through these doors, but Speed just keeps getting away with it.
Speed cannot keep getting away with it, and yet here we are. Nano Boost available for Cold Metal for their next turn here, but already Lilarius, they've started to bleed some time off the clock. Less than 3 minutes remaining, as you can see. Thirst just fighting for a little bit of space up top, and Speed's actually going to make the move over to the Genji now. He's had enough on the Widowmaker. Nano Boost available, probably going to throw that out onto one of Speed or Kyron. As Cold Metal, they just keep taking space little by little, but now Margit, he comes in with the Kitsune Rush. They want to aggress. Ooh.
Blade over the back, defensive nano is good though from Cold Metal, straight onto Meme Machine, who nearly has that rally. Now they can push back. Here comes the rally, big bash onto him, but a counter rally from Karom, trying to fight this one back. Meme Machine is the one turning around, has to peel for their Anna, trying to keep MSCG alive through all of this. The bash comes in, hits both backliners, but the rally is trying to keep him alive so low. They get both kills in the end. Karom confirms. The WAF goes for the remake, looking for more kills as well, but can just turn around because Speed is behind, as is First, and his DPS are trying to clutch it out. First finds 2. Koala's able to trade it. Speed is still in deep. Kyron's flooding forward, but they've traded a lot of players here. Hard for Cold Metal to keep reinforcing this fight.
The trades are nice for Thirst, but they're not going to be game winning because Lilarius, they have this respawn advantage. We see now, again, Lilarius back in control, blocking the cart. A little bit of an ult swing coming on for Cold Metal, though, as Speed is closing on the blade, but Kyron might have over-aggressed in main, loses the suit, has to invest the bomb. Speed is going to deflect the high noon. Cloud is going to go down to the bomb parked on the ground, and Cold Metal are going to produce a 5 versus 3 from the most unlikely of scenarios. Now they're boxing in Lilarius' backline into a corner. They're pushing the cart. Lilarius, they need to get out of this corner. They need to touch the cart. Deep pushes, Karom goes down. Bikiri TP's back onto the payload. Margit fighting for dear life. Sleep in the corner, not going to net a kill as Cold Metal, they're just pushing forward. Cloud and Meme Machine will be traded out. Right. MSCG closing on a nano. Speed has the blade. Surely can close out the fight. Not even going to need to use it in the end as Lilarius, they can't hold on any longer.
Nade will finish the job. How on earth have Cold Metal managed to do that? A bomb to open it up, a deflected high noon. Speed just seemed to get the drop there on Koala, completely unaware. And what seemed like it was going to be a bit of a struggle for Cold Metal on that second point, they get it over the line thanks to that one. Now onto third point, they have a Nano Blade and a Rally ready to go. Valerius looking a little bit short on ultimates, but remember, they are the defenders. Any trade is good for Valerius.
Any trade massively impactful right now, but a Nano Blade coming out. Speed already finds a kill onto Karom, and it looks like he's ready to slice and dice some more. Takes down Koala as well. Majid TP's away only to fall victim to Mean Machine. Mean Machine is the sole trade here. He don't have a rally, which could have helped them set up forward, helped them spawn camp a little bit more, but ultimately Cold Metal, they're still happy with this fight. One trade, not enough to stop the cart from rolling all the way towards the end of third. Much more impactful trade as Majid catches Thirst, though.
Looked like it was going to have to be a big ult trade there with Valerius potentially having to invest for support ults, but an opening pick makes it a lot easier, and this Genji is in really deep, so optimistic from Speed, the old 1v5. No such luck, and Valerius can walk forward, look for a few more stagger kills. Nothing to find, but they managed to stabilize without burning any ultimates.
No ultimates burned, which is an ideal situation right now. Only a minute remains for Cold Metal. They're closing up on a big swing, but Valerius, they have 5 check marks up top. High noon swing once again from Koala. Got to watch out that he doesn't catch the deflect this time around. You can see the layering so good. Now Majid pops the Kitsune Rush, trying to keep the fight going. Koala's going to be the first victim of the fight, though. So many ults being thrown in. Majid goes down as well. Karom, Cloud, they have their ultimates. There's a rally. There's a blade available. The blade is finally pulled, but Cloud is a victim. Karom now uses the rally, but they're back to spawn, and Cold Metal, somehow, some way, using only 3 ultimates versus 5, they've clutched out this fight completely, counted out every ult from Valerius. Last chance here for Valerius to touch.
Coming out to get the touch, there is a bomb in play from Nawaf. Remake does go through, but they've lost Koala on point. They need kills with Valerius. They're desperate for him. Nawaf's going to move forward, but a Nano onto the Brigitte. Now Mean Machine can just step forward, swing onto point. Nawaf has no choice but just stand there and tank it. Low HP, D-Max again, and Mean Machine will clean this one up, secure the full cap for Cold Metal. A few seconds to spare, but have to come back to that final fight. When you're the defenders, once you get to that point, you have no space to give anymore in terms of meterage. They had ults to mirror, but so slow on the trigger.
I thought we were going to see the blade pulled. Frankly, we had the Kitsune Rush and the High Noon. That forced so much utility out of Cold Metal. They had to use Suzu, full Matrix, lots of shifts, so much utility. That really gives you the layup for a blade to pull the blade and start slashing through everybody. But instead, they were a little bit too passive, a little bit too conservative. Remember, you need to understand that on third point, all you need to do is play for those trades. All you need to do is get aggressive, get active, and start trading out the backline. But instead, you saw a little bit too much concern for Valerius as they tried to play their life. No blade pull from Cloud, no aggression, no push with the rally from Karom, instead trying to play life and using the rally far back. You don't get trades that way. And ultimately, it cost them so heavily. Even with an ult advantage, they couldn't close out the fight.
Not possible and a full cap. If you saw yesterday when we watched this Gibraltar, it was full caps for both teams and it went into overtime. So not over for Valerius yet, but a big task ahead of them. Looks like they will be playing the Kiri Brig into the Ana Brig again. You see quite a lot of the interaction in terms of MSCG looking for these nade opportunities around the Matrix timing, but every time he finds one, it's immediately Suzu'd from Majid, and it's really neutralizing some of the impact MSCG can have in these neutrals.
More of the same here coming out from Valerius. More Kiri Brig, Ana Brig again from the side of Cold Metal. But first, just going to go down very early on to Majed. Majed seems to have that dog in him when it comes to playing the Kiriko, getting aggressive, speed 75, under a lot of pressure up on the high ground. Wow, Koala getting incredibly aggressive, actually dashing up in front of everybody looking to close out that kill. Will instead fall victim to their own hubris, and that's going to be an equalized fight now as Cold Metal. They're standing up on the high ground, they're trying to block the car push a little bit, and you just got Speed beaming down from the top ropes.
Role reversal still going quite well for Cold Metal with Speed playing the Widowmaker and the Ashe now here on this Gibraltar. Just going to try and keep him pocketed on this high ground. They swing him from a couple of angles, so he back drifts. Now, Kyron stabilizing with him, but a bit of space for Valerius if they want to try and get the car underneath now.
Cart being pushed underneath, and that's going to be a difficult situation for Cold Metal. They can no longer heal underneath, which means that they are going to have to adapt their hold a little bit, need to give up a little bit of push. They need to block Valerius' backline from getting through, but instead, Thirst, no recall, no blinks, being chased out quite a lot. surely that opens the door for Lilarius to keep on tapping the cart and keep on pushing it through.
Nawaf going to get naded. That's going to limit their progress for a bit. MSCG has this nano ready to go. Lilarius are pressuring the cart now underneath, getting it moving, trying to move Cold Metal's eyes in a different direction, give themselves an opening. But Koala's been left at the back here, doesn't make the rotation. Player advantage as Lilarius regroup underneath, looking for a pulse bomb opportunity first. Cannot find it, but they are stuck in the corner now. Lilarius might have to ult themselves out of this.
Already boxed into a corner, Lilarius. They do have an ultimate to get them out of dodge. Karom with the rally could push in if Cold Metal aggress too much, but you can see they're just playing slow underneath, and that is a difficult position to be in. Kitsune Rush comes out from Marjed. Counter dive is good, but the pulse from Thirst is funny. Takes down a rallying Karom. Big anti in main as well. That's going to clean up the remainder of Lilarius here. And the time is starting to dwindle, Xavier. Already more than 2 minutes off the clock.
Looked like a great start for Lilarius. Nawaf goes for the dive on the high ground from one side, Cloud's coming up the other. Nawaf even hits a little boop onto the Ana as well, so MSCG is out of position. But the ults, they use them on point, but the pulse bomb undoes all of that rally. They try and use the Kitsune Rush to save it, but that is just more, well, good money after bad. And now they're going to have to do it from an ult deficit. Cloud nearly has the blade, but Mean Machine has the perfect answer in the form of that rally. Speed back on the high ground, gets booped down, but he can jump right back up. Eyes on this Genji and Lilarius. They are struggling. A self-destruct has been dropped. Rally comes out in response to this as well. But now there's an opportunity for Cloud with the blade. The rally's been used. As this expires, there's an opportunity for Cloud to go. Lilarius, they just need to stay alive until then, but Koala cannot. Now player advantage. Cloud still has a chance to turn if he wants it. They've actually killed the Diva here, so they can really go for this. First has had the recall force, looking for a desperate trade. Now trying to play life instead. They can push and clean up these kills, but this Ana Brig surely can't get out.
Somehow, some way, Cold Metal's backline looked as if they were about to survive there, but no, Majed comes in with the swing, takes down Thirst, and now it's all Majed and Karom in the feed as they clean house. Cold Metal, their backline, not able to survive. Worthy of note, though, they're definitely going to get a recontest here, and it's not a dry recontest either. They've got ultimates to play with. Aggression from Speed 75. Going to cost them, though, as Thirst gets picked as Speed 75 actually will escape, but Thirst going down, that's a player that needs to be touching the cart.
Might have to use the Bob to try and touch it. They're going to swing around the corner, contest it. Bob comes through now. Kitsune Rush in response from Majid. But Bob is not on the point. God damn it, Bob. It's gone through. The cap goes through. The pulse bomb connects onto Karom while he rallies again, but it won't make a difference. They've got the cap. They got what they wanted. Hilarious.
Oh, what a mess for Cold Metal. It felt like there was a real recontest on the cards there, but Thirst pre-fighted Speed. Bob running off into the skybox. An absolute disaster. And now Lilarius, not only have they capped the point, they've done it without needing to use everything. Cloud, he's still got a blade. Nawaf still has a bomb. Kyron resuiting now up on the high ground, donating no old charge over to Cloud as he's already got the blade in the pocket. But still, Cold Metal, they've lost Speed. How has this happened?
Ow. Opening pick, and they want to take the high ground for themselves. Kyron's having to back it up, trying to regroup. Mean Machine on a bit of an adventure here. They're trying to stabilize in the Mega. They found Koala there. Both teams' formations all over the place here. Karom cleans up the Ana, but now Mean Machine stuck behind. No Mega, not a lot of hope. Trying to kite out main. Karom and Cloud have eyes on him both, and Mean Machine won't be getting out of that one. Diva behind, hoping for a trade, and Kyron's good for it. The trades are good. First Blood's in again. Gets the Brig once again. They are able to try and regroup a little bit here, but these trades are going to favor the defenders, and Cold Metal can eventually stabilize, but it's very messy from both teams right now.
Very clutch plays coming out from Cold Metal there. Thirst and Kyron both doing so much to keep their team in it. Cold Metal's backline went down very early on in the piece, but those trades are everything for them. And now, Cold Metal, they have position up on the high ground, and they have a massive bank of ultimates to just keep bearing down on Lilarius. Cloud, it's going to be so hard to get the blade off. He pulls the blade up on the high ground. He's on the backline, but MSCG uses the nano, the counter nano, the self nano perk. It's all available for Cold Metal, and Cloud just can't get the blade off. Waited too long. The Ana winds up being perked, and what can you do about that? Cold Metal, it's a clean wipe.
It's a very similar setup to what they had on first point, where Cold Metal, they just want to keep Speed in these power positions. Hard to dive, hard to engage with. Hilarious might have to rely on ults in a lot of these situations. They nearly have support ults to push with. The Kitsune Rush you can use to push high ground, but Rally significantly harder. They're going to try and go right side with their Diva, just get that in. A big nade connects as Kyron goes for a fly through. Can't find anything, but they've actually killed the Tracer behind. Now they can even start tapping cart if they want. Awkward for Cold Metal to contest. Kitsune Rush aggressively looking for this backline all over in this. Anna's sleep is good. Rally comes through from Mean Machine. There's a Bob if they need it too. They might need that Bob. Genji behind. Speed dies with a Bob. Cloud finds a kill. Cloud finds a second. Rally coming back. Mean Machine trying to find a trade. Good for it
Trades
as well.
again.
Koala stuck on the low ground, but the cap, it's getting so close. Nawaf is still looking for this brig. Mean Machine under a lot of pressure. Nowhere to go, but Nawaf drops down, leads it. He has to pocket his brig on point. Karam again getting pressure. The bash is good, but not enough to survive. Nawaf still battling away. Has the self-destruct. We're into overtime. They need to connect. No, the baby falls. No remake. No chance. And they get held.
Yet another disaster scene for Lilarious. It felt like they had all of the tools in that final turn. So many ultimates in the pocket, but they wind up going down with some of them. Sojin dead with the clock. Once again, a rally at the back end of the fight, invested a little bit too late, and the bomb, admittedly, that's one that's, you know, more for when you lose your suit, but still, with so many ultimates to play with, you hate to see Lilarious going down in such a manner. And now, this was the map they won yesterday. This was where they were able to turn the tides. Look at Mean Machine. He knows the situation that he's in. He knows the map that they struggled the most on. They have just won in dominant fashion. A 2-0 lead. You see the referees stepping up to him, making sure that he's not cheating with his sign.
No props.
Yeah, he could very well be dealing irreparable psychic damage to the opposition with that prop. So he's going to need to put that down. But still, Mean Machine all smiles. So happy for Cold Metal here as they take a 2-0 lead, winning their most difficult map.
Have to look at some of the choices there coming out from Lilarious as well. It felt like Koala had a particularly hard time getting involved. On Gibraltar, it's very different than a lot of the other maps because of the verticality. So something like Sojin, which is really picked for a lot of its survivability, not as necessary. And because Gibraltar has all its verticality, actually all of Sojin's mobility isn't as much use on the Gibraltar here. You saw it multiple times where Koala was just sort of stuck, wandering around, separated from the rest of their team. The WAF, Cloud, and Magic trying to go on these high ground positions, but just leaving Koala out to dry. Felt like he had a really hard time, particularly on that attack, having the impact you want from your hit scan. And ultimately, it cost them.
Cost them so heavily, and now it is really a case of they've used their trump card. They've used the most powerful tool in their arsenal. The one map that they won yesterday, it has already been burned. The only consolation for them is that going forward, the Venture ban has been used. We know that Koala is extremely comfortable and confident on the Venture, and the Venture ban has been used on Watchpoint Gibraltar, which means that going forward, Koala is going to be free to play the Venture. That being said, Venture was counted out in multiple different ways by Cold Metal on Lijiang Tower. We saw the Pharah coming out. We saw Cassidy flashbanging with Diva Peel. There were multiple options for Cold Metal, and it felt like they had the Venture figured out. Even though they banned it on Gibraltar, it didn't feel like they were afraid to play into the Venture on Lijiang. So going forward, they need to be able to win flashpoints, push maps, situations where they will have to participate in the push and pull that we spoke so much about after Lijiang. And if they can't tighten that up, we could be in for a pretty quick series, Xavier.
Really could. Lilarious with their last swing in a reverse sweep situation. They're going to go for Esperanza, and they've actually started with a Tracer ban here, Lilarious. So protecting the DPS, protecting the Venture, protecting the May potentially as well if they want to lean into that. Obviously trying to target speed a little bit. First also got through a lot of work on the Tracer, but this does leave a potential Diva ban open for Cold Metal.
Yeah, the Diva ban could be disastrous for Lilarious. I don't mind the Tracer ban. It felt like they were struggling a little bit against the Tracer. Both DPS players for the side of Cold Metal pulling out the Tracer in different moments. And, you know, if both players seem comfortable to flex onto it, maybe you might as well take out a hero that two people are playing in the series. Kiriko ban in response actually coming out from Cold Metal. So apparently not interested in taking the Diva out of play. They want to take Kiri out. That's going to probably leave teams playing Lucio Bap for the remainder of the series. Backline's going to have a little bit more difficulty surviving, a little bit more difficulty flipping the map. But ultimately, Baptiste is a character where if you cannot master the push-pull, you can be in a little bit of strife.
Gonna have to fight for their lives now, Lilarious. No more room for error. We're gonna go to a quick break, and then we'll have the next map in this series.
This land is calling. This land is calling.
Welcome back, everyone. Lularias are fighting for their lives. 2 maps down against Cold Metal. Elimination game max. They have to find a way back, but it's so tough for them now.
It's such a huge ask for them. They're taking us over to Esperanza, over to a push map where they are going to have to master the push and pull that we've spoken so much about already. They've taken the Tracer out of play for Cold Metal. Tracer was giving them a little bit of grief on King of the Hill, on Escort as well, so it feels a reasonable ban for them, but really we're going to have to see a huge shift from Lularias if they want to turn the tides of this series. It is such a difficult ask when they seem to be struggling across multiple different matchups, losing in the dive, losing in the ground tank matchups, having lots of difficulty with their ult macro, big ultimate fights where they tend to be on the losing end of the trades, ultimates kited, beat push advantages not closed out, and you need to tighten up so many different things if you want to turn around a series when you're down 0-2 like this.
I was expecting maybe a slightly different path here for Lularias to try and lean into the venture more. We talked about sometimes how you can ban heroes directly, or you can ban heroes through your map choice. Maybe something like a New Junk City and a ban Pharah, a New Junk City and ban Vikas, and Pharah is pretty tough on New Junk City anyway, so you sort of ban the Pharah indirectly with the map, and then a lot of the big counters to venture aren't available. They're going to go in this Esperanza direction instead, and we'll see if it pays off. Nawaf is going to be starting onto the D.Va, and in many ways, Cold Metal with the Kiriko ban has forced them onto Baptiste, but this is going to be good for Nawaf.
Already not a bad situation for Nawaf, as he can get on top of that Baptiste, give them grief, dash up onto the high ground from Cloud, and it looks like Speed is going to be the first to fall actually, so a really good start for Lularias. They needed a strong opening and they've delivered it. Mean Machine also going to go down to Marged, that's a 5 versus 2 as Thirst will also fall, and Cold Metal, they've lost car control, they've lost the first fight, and it's looking like no trades are going to come through. Kyron's on the run, might even go down late.
Call them the neutralizers, because they always seem to have a good start here in the neutral Lularias, but the key for them is these ult fights. When it gets to a more push-pull, layered ultimates on top of each other, this is where they've struggled. It's a good start, but if they want to have success in this series, if they want to find a way back into it, they have to do well once these ultimates come online.
As soon as these ultimates come online, they can keep on pressing that advantage, but already Cold Metal are starting to push forward, looking for some positioning. They've got Kyron up on the high ground. That means Lularias, they keep pushing the cart underneath, but they've lost Karom up top. Already a 4v5 for Lularias. They're losing cart control now as Kyron just keeps on stomping forward, walking onto the backline. Marged will fall, and Cold Metal, it's a clean retake for them. They concede a couple of meters, but they take all of the kills.
Lularias try to flip the map there, rotate and drop underneath, keep forcing the payload, but Cold Metal's comp is better at anchoring the point, so when Kyron drops onto that point, just stalls out all of Lularias' progress and allows Cold Metal to take the high ground for themselves. Would much rather have seen Lularias play to actually stuff that choke, hit him with a D.Va, hit him with a dash through. Maybe you even get your window in time. Now it's actually Cold Metal coming up to a couple of these ultimates, but we are seeing a beat gap once again. Maybe it won't matter.
Apparently the beat gap isn't going to make much of a difference, because before Karom can actually get that faster beat online, Kyron's just going to go super high tempo, taking down everybody from Lularias with that Terror Surge, and now Lularias, this is where they really start to feel the burn. They had a great start and a strong advantage, and it has completely dwindled. Cold Metal, they've secured the checkpoint and that faster beat. By the time Karom is actually able to leverage it, Mean Machine might have his own beat online.
Lalarius' comp wants to be the more aggressive one. They want this D.Va and this Genji to connect on this Baptiste, on this Cass, on these key targets. They're going to start with a high noon to create a bit of space to Koala. They try and disengage. First has been isolated. Lamp is good from MSCG, but now they are pinned in a little bit. Blade over the top from Cloud, looking for the finishing blows. Comes through, slashes through onto anyone. Good connect from him onto that. No beat in time to save them. And Cloud will be good for all the cleanup. They get the fight back. They get control of the payload, but that's checkpoint gone already.
Checkpoint already conceded, and Cold Metal, they're laughing all the way to the bank as a result of that. Lalarius, they're back in it. One fight win, and they will have their own checkpoint in the pocket. Cold Metal, though, all 5 members of their team have received the close spawns, and they have a beat Blade available. There's a beat for Karom as well that can counter outspeeds Blade, but no aggressive component. They do not have their own DPS ultimate to play with. But one thing that will be said, they're all stuck on low ground right now. The position for Cold Metal is very precarious. Kyron somehow finds a kill onto Cloud, though.
Cloud was in there. He had gone in. Nawaf was trying to help him, but Cloud was in so deep and just provides an easy opening pick. Now Cold Metal can walk forward, maybe try and do this one on the cheap, but Nawaf finds an important trade. That's no Blade. Now it's just beat versus beat. Lamp comes out to keep Nawaf in the mech for now, and he can look for his next target. Cass right in front of him, trying to find a timing to go around this Orisa. They swing out. The boop is good. Beat comes through from Mean Machine. Karom has the beat. Just about gets it off. Connects on everyone who's still in the fight. Later beat in play, looking for the Baptiste. Karom can't find it. Terror Surge pulls him back in. They're all so low. Lalarius, their backline is weak, and Kyron getting it done again on the Orisa. Huge Terror Surge to turn that one in their favor.
You can see why teams have been banning out Kyron's Orisa as they are putting on an absolute masterclass here. So much work being done, so many clutch kills coming through. Now this is a tough fight for Lalarius as once again the cart is rolling forward for Cold Metal. They already have checkpoint, they already have close spawn enabled, and speed. He's got that Blade, no beat to respond. MSCG, he has a window, but look at this, an early kite as Marjed swings with the window, but it's a little bit too early. All of Cold Metal have kited inside. They're going to be able to repush now with their window, with their Blade, potentially turn this situation. Nawaf taking a beating. Koala caught out in main. It's Thirst pulling the high noon and swinging. MSCG pulls out the lamp, but it's already a 2-player lead. Bomb from Nawaf feels desperate, but it's good for 2! Somehow Nawaf has done it! A trade onto Cloud, but Cold Metal, they've let 2 players slip. Nawaf with a third. It's a 2 versus 2 situation, Xavier.
Nawaf still scrapping it out on point. He's stabilized this one. He's prevented any meters during all of this. The spawns are coming back. They're closer for Lalarius as well. Nawaf will get the kill on the Orisa, and Nawaf has done it all for Lalarius here. It was such a poor start. They used the window and the high noon at the same time. 2 ults to do the same thing, the same job. A waste. But Nawaf clutches it out with the bomb, and Lalarius, they didn't actually concede too many meters off that, so they are still right in this map.
Really, they do still have a chance to get back into this one. Such a clutch moment from Nawaf has given Lalarius a second lease on life. Cold Metal, they've got this Blade, they've got this window, they've had this Blade for quite a long time. Speed, 75, really looking for an opportunity to get it done right now. But again, Cold Metal, they're playing from behind, they're playing from the low ground, looking for an angle. Kyron having so much damage taken though, and MSCG has to use the window just to keep Kyron alive. Nawaf is stuck in the corner, speared into the wall as well. They try to lamp them out. Karam has the beat, but doesn't even invest it as their D.Va loses suit in the corner, and nobody from Lalarius decided to respond.
They try and disengage that window, and they were fine to disengage that window, but it was a timing afterwards. Now the window's gone. You've got beat, you've got Blade. Let's get this trade going. Can we find a way to force an earlier beat, set up Karam for a later beat, or other way round can work as well? But Lalarius, a little bit of indecision costs them, and now Cold Metal with a much stronger position. All those beats, all those blades still in play, but now Cold Metal have a better position to start it from.
Cold Metal really do have a chance here as, again, they can swing the corner with their ultimates. They can park the bus on the corner and force Lalarius to make that first move too. Really, all of the choices in Cold Metal's hands right now, and it feels as if Lalarius, every time they swing with an ultimate, Cold Metal have been historically ready to kite back a little bit, to give a bit of space in order to take a counter push. You can see though, Lalarius, they're not taking the bait. They're trying to take position first. Genji flanking up top left. High Noon comes out from Koala, but Kyron, so good for it every time, spears out that High Noon.
The WAF has forced for Lamp in the back if they keep going forward. Avoids Ajax in there. Caron gets it off this time, but the Terror Surge for Blade over the top. It's still so much damage. Every ult being thrown in by Cold Metal. The bomb again from the WAF shuts down the Blade in the tail end, and Cloud still has this Blade. They can commit to this if they top up Cloud now. They're trying to stabilize around the WAF. Blade comes out. They're all right in front of him. First one is good onto first. Looks for the bat, but can't quite connect. Cloud has to slow it down here, but again, Valerius, they've managed to stall it out. Once they can get heals on Cloud and the WAF, they can recontest, but there's just no heals, so Koala dies late. But Bapti's push, MSSGG looking for the late kill. Lucio dives in as well. Mean Machine can't find it. They just about get away with that one, Cold Metal.
They've stolen it now, and look at the meterage, 90 on the point for Cold Metal. Window comes out from Marted, but it's another opportunity for Cold Metal to kite around the corner. Another ult cheated as Cold Metal, they're sitting here waiting for their own opportunity to push back around. Kyron, he's making the enemy team swing into him, looking for his chance to go deep. No need to swing around the corner though, because Lelarius, they do not have the lead. They need to be the ones pushing. Speed has a bit of a flank right now, pressuring Noir from behind. Thirst pushed off the high ground by a flank. But now Lelarius, they need to be so careful that they don't have the map flipped on them. Lamp is thrown like a discus across the map by Majed, but the High Noon, it's zoning everybody, and it's Cloud to fall. A Genji for a Lucio trade, that's got to favor Cold Metal as they flip the objective around. They're stealing the cart. They've gained another 10 meters right now as the Terror Surge comes out too. This is a mess for Lelarius, Savior.
Kyron cleaning it up, looking for it, but Nawaf and Koala are finding trades. It might just be a way to stabilize. Kyron is pushing for more. Can't peel for the Baptiste. Karom now has to carry his own life. Nawaf is looking for trades during all of this, and Nawaf is good for the cleanup. But now it's a 54-meter deficit, maybe even a little bit more, as they have to clear Mean Machine off point. And all of a sudden, 1 minute left on the clock. Lelarius up against it.
Lelarius are up against a huge meterage lead now. Cold Metal, they've done such a good job stealing the cart, flipping the map, being very disciplined with their ultimates. It's very much a tale of what we saw yesterday, where their macro is so solid, good for the kites. Eyes on Nawaf as up on this choke. They're just hiding above on the Diva. Now they're going to turn off the close spawns, Lelarius, but they're not even going to have the opportunity to do it yet, actually, because Cold Metal, they're going to swing right in. Karom has the beat, but Mean Machine goes down. You can see Karom doesn't want to use the beat. Getting a little bit aggressive, needs to be careful that they're not caught out here, actually. If you're not going to beat push, you need to be very patient. You can see Cold Metal there on the retreat now, and Kyron in a spot of bother.
No cooldowns, 47 HP, and Nawaf is there to finish the job. Koala from the top as well. That's 2 clean kills, and most importantly of all, Karom has saved the beat. We're going to head into overtime, but Lelarius, a really good ult situation.
A great ult situation and checkpoint enabled. Cloud, did they receive close spawn, Xavier? I didn't clock it, but either way, Lelarius, huge ult lead right now. They can't leave. The payload is the biggest problem for them. It does look like Cloud was close spawn, but the window comes out early from Margin. Kyron gonna pop the fortify, push over the window. Massive damage through the window from Cloud, but it's gonna be blade for blade. Kyron pops the beat. It's a better beat than Mean Machine. Second blade as well, but Mean Machine finds the first kill onto Koala. We're on the coast, it's a scrap, but Karom and Cloud will find kills. It's a 1-player, make that a 3-player lead for Lelarius, as they might just be clutching this one out in OT. 3 players alive for Lelarius. Close spawns enabled, of course. Cold Metal, one last desperate touch, and Kyron's Terror Surge to play with.
He's been good all series long with his Terror Surge, and he has one more chance to save it. You can see the yellow line. That's all Lelarius need, but they have to pick up their Baptiste from spawn. Majid even make an emergency swap, so we need to come back fast. Nawaf has the bomb, a battle of bomb and Terror Surge. Kyron's going to move on. Terror Surge pulls that Lucio in. So low, kills Karom, but there's a bomb in the back. Nawaf looking for it. Loads of damage onto Kyron. He's really with the kill, but speed and first are back. Nawaf back in Metro finds the kill. All gets pressure, Matrix for it, and they might just be doing it onto the Baptiste. The MSCG with the trade. Nawaf all alone. The Sombra still here. He can't confirm the kills. They're all so low. The Moira is there, but Match is going to fall. Baby, the last one standing will fall. They got it down to 4 meters max, but they couldn't clutch out in that final fight.
Oh, Cold Metal, so clutch in these final moments. Kyron going deep early on in the piece, catching out the Lucio while their flex support is still on respawn, still rushing back into the fight. Incredibly close final map here. And Lelarius, a very respectable effort, getting it all the way back to a 4-meter margin after losing the checkpoint so early on. Look, at the end of the day, you can see Lelarius, they're not too crushed about this one. They are still smiling through the outcome. It looks as if Cold Metal are talking through the next map of the series, but the series is over, Xavier.
Yeah, just getting confirmation, I guess, from the admins, but that was 3 in a row. none of Cold Metal's games have really been that straightforward for them at all, but this one was their most convincing victory yet. And what a time to do it in this elimination game and secure themselves a spot in Phase 2 and a chance in that elimination bracket tomorrow to see how high they can climb in the rankings.
It does feel as if Cold Metal, I don't want to say that they've reached their ceiling as of yet, but every game from here on out is going to be a real slog for them. This top 8 becomes very competitive very quickly. In the early rounds, you already need to play against one of Falcons, Zeta, or Team Vision. Team Vision has definitely seemed like the more fallible of the opponents so far, already being taken to a map 5 early on in the piece, but the same cannot be said for Falcons and Zeta Division. Both teams having incredibly strong opening performances, 3-0ing on day 1, and looking ready to steamroll deep into the brackets.
Replays here, highlights coming through. Have to say, this actually probably felt like Cold Metal's best look here on the Orisa. Better in the macro, better on the kites, and Kyron was deadly on this Orisa, coming up trumps when they needed it time and time again. But you're completely right. It's going to be a much tougher ask for them tomorrow. They will be up against Team Vision, who maybe have a bit of a weakness as well on the Kiri Lucio, but I don't know. It's still Team Vision. It's still Violet. It's still Troy. It's a very tough ask up against Vision. So Cold Metal going to have a very tough game. And remember, Max, single elimination tomorrow, so no more second chances.
No second chances, no margin for error, and only the stiffest of opposition remains. Even Team Vision, even if they were taken to 5, had a little bit of a rough series versus Bright Future. This is still a very storied roster with some seriously heavy hitters inbound. So it is going to be a very difficult match for Cold Metal going forward. Tomorrow's matches, it's all to play for. These are the games that will eventually qualify one team through to the Esports World Cup. Hand a key over to them, and everybody else goes home.
Everybody else goes home. There really is only one spot. And as we get to the squeaky bum time of this tournament, there is no more room for error. Zeta Vision and Falcons remain the strong favourites. Vision have had a lot of struggles as well. Let's recap our groups here as we see confirmation of all these teams that have gone through. Zeta Division and Invaders for ones out of this. Zeta Division will be up against Group Force in their next game, and Invaders will be up against Falcons. They're basically mirrored with Group B, so it's the A and Bs versus each other here. So Zeta Division get to play Force, and Falcons, as we said, get to play Invaders.
Exactly right. Now, over in Group C, we do have Vision, who advanced through a very, very slim margin, and then Bright Future, who were able to pull it through a little bit later on in the piece after their massive scrap with Vision Esports.
Here's confirmation of the results we just saw in Group D. Cold Metal recovering from a rocky road and will get their spot through to the next round up against Team Vision. TFW, though, as they won the group, will be playing Bright Future. And really, that's probably lining up as one of the best-looking games tomorrow. Confirmation of all of those matches as well. TFW versus Bright Future. Probably the two teams we've been impressed with most at the tournament. That didn't come in with some kind of tremendous reputation and all-star Korean roster beforehand.
Exactly right. I'd say that TFW Bright Future match likely to be the most competitive in the early rounds. Probably not going to be many surprises or upsets in that early bracket, but TFW versus Bright Future probably going to be a very close series. So a competitive first round early on in the piece, and then as we get later in, we're going to start to see those heavy hitters begin to clash, and eventually we're going to see the top dogs going up against one another from the international scene.
Falcons and Zeta very much expected to be those top dogs and meet in the grand final and playoff, as they so often do, for one final spot at the major. But it's single elimination, so anything can happen. You can't afford to slip up, and a few of these teams have really proved their worth, especially even teams that have struggled like Vision. You still look at the quality of their players, and you have to be careful with this, especially I may be looking at Falcons team, and they're on the same side of a bracket as Vision, and actually on these double flex support lineups, not a strength for Falcons.
No, not a strength. And I must admit, this is the time of the bracket where there's so much pressure. Even these massive overdogs that have so much experience in high stakes games, ultimately, they are going to wind up in a position where they know only one team is going to make it through. And to not qualify for the major would be absolutely crushing for them, Xavier.
is really all to play for. Single elimination. All those games are tomorrow as well. So if you want to go to the Esports World Cup, you have to win 3 games in a row tomorrow. Nothing else will do. That will be starting tomorrow. But for now, we're going to say goodbye. Thank you very much for everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the games. We'll see you tomorrow for crunch time, as we will be sending one team to the Esports World Cup main event.